tired of that impersonal, annoying voice on your GPS navigation system? Those computer voices don't care about you or where you're going. They simply bark out driving directions at you for hours on end.
Turn left on New Milford Road West.
Well, Frigamall Electronics has a whole new way to travel with someone who really cares about you. Forget about TomTom, Garmin, Magellan, and OnStar. This is MomStar.
What?
To show you just how great MomStar works, we installed it in the Bob and Tom radio station van and let everyone on the show try it out.
Oh.
Let's listen in to see how they liked it.
All right, navigation system. Program shortest route to Mr. Classy's Gentleman's Club out on Highway 17.
Oh, Bobby, that's no place for a nice boy like you. Those hussies don't love you like I do. Now, sit up straight, dear.
Okay, sorry. Well, if I can't go there, how about you find a quick route to Mr. Sippy's Liquor Shack? I want to get some beer to watch the game tonight.
Beer? Honey, how about a nice glass of milk instead? Vitamin D and calcium will be so good for you.
I don't want milk. I want beer.
Well, I want a son who doesn't talk back to his mother, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get that, am I?
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Now, how about if we stop by the Kraft store and pick up some needlepoint supplies?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, and I need to stop by the doc's office to make an appointment about my feet, my corns.
Yes, ma'am.
It's cold in here. Turn the heat up, honey. I think I'm catching a chill.
Yes, ma'am.
And slow down, for goodness sake. This isn't a race, Mr. Mario Andretti. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
With MomStar, she not only knows the best routes, she knows what's best for you.
Okay. Hello, navigator. I need directions to the closest Starbucks.
Starbucks? Sweetie, don't you think you've had enough caffeine today? You should get some rest. I'll just program the way directly to your house for nap time.
No. I have a million things to do. Fine. I can skip Starbucks. Program the route to the studio. I have a few songs I've got to finish working on.
All work and no play makes Tommy a dull boy. You've been working so hard all week. How about a nice afternoon movie? It looks like that new romantic comedy is playing at the Cineplex. I'll just put that as your destination.
A movie? No way. I'm too busy for that.
Yes, I know, dear. You're very busy and very important.
Let's go to the bank and the gas station first. You got those locations programmed?
Of course I do, dear. However, there's an armored car at the bank and a tanker truck at the gas station. Is that okay?
No. Skip them both. Those are very dangerous situations.
Listen, Tom. I'm going to take you on a little detour to Dr. Friedrich's office. He's a very good therapist, and I think he can help you.
I don't need therapy. I need coffee.
Now, just turn up left here. Dr. Friedrich's is on the
I really don't think that...
I said turn left!
Yes, ma'am.
MomStar won't lead you astray, and she also won't take no for an answer.
Hello, MomStar. Can you please give me directions to the big nightclub downtown?
Oh, sweetie, you aren't going to go down there and try to meet a musician, are you? Maybe you should find a nice boy. Maybe you should go to the church social tonight instead.
What? No, I'm going downtown to do a comedy show. I don't have time for a church social.
No time for church, dear? I don't like the sound of that. You think Jesus would ever say he didn't have time for you? I don't think so.
That's not what I said. I just have to work tonight. In fact, I need to stop by the mall to get a new outfit for the show. So, the shopping mall, please?
The shopping mall? Honey, I don't think those flashy clothes they sell are going to do you any favors when it comes to finding a man. Oh. There's a wonderful little dress shop on the east side that has very pretty dresses at reasonable prices, and they're wash and wear. Let's head over there.
What? No, I just need to get a jacket and shoes to go with what I'm wearing now.
That's what you're wearing out tonight? Showing that much cleavage is sending the wrong message, Missy.
Huh?
Might as well have a big sign saying, open for business.
Mind your own business, lady. Just give me directions to the club downtown.
Don't take that tone with me, young lady. We'll turn this car right around and see how you like being grounded all weekend. Huh?
Grounded? You can't do that to me.
Oh, can't I?
Oh.
Engine off.
Hey, the van died. Turn it back on.
Not until you apologize for the way you spoke to me. No mother should have to be spoken to that way.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
One day I'll be gone, and you'll be sorry then. You'll see.
I'm really sorry. I don't want to make you
Dear,
feel...
let's just go to the church social and see who's there.
Yes, ma'am.
No one knows you like your mom star.
Alrighty, Navigator. I've got a big afternoon planned. Get me to the liquor store, the bus station, the pharmacy, and the nearest drive-through burger joint.
Oh, honey, that's no good. I programmed a drive straight to the gym. We'll be there in 5 minutes.
Mind your own business, lady. Look, there's a drugstore right over there. I don't need no directions.
You don't need an entire case of hand lotion either. Now just get in the right lane and hit the gym, okay, sweetie?
No, I don't want to go to the gym.
Honey, do you need a hug?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, I need you to shut up and do what I tell you to do. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
The new Mom Star navigation system from Friggamel Electronics. She'll tell you where to go, how to go, when to go, why to go.
Don't you think this bit has gone on long enough? Yeah. Finish up and get back to work now.
Yes, ma'am.
Moms, we love you.
That was the great Maria Bamford.
Oh, yes.
Boy, she's funny.
Wonderful. Hey, everybody.
Don't you have a catchphrase? I thought you had a catchphrase.
It's me, your generous and thorough lover.
I think you always say thorough and generous.
Well, you're throwing me off.
You got to be consistent. Get a catchphrase and switch it around.
Could you just let him do the intro?
No, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm out.
You know what? I don't blame you, Josh.
Now I know why Chick is out at 6:08 every day.
Yeah.
It's the damn intro.
Check local listings for the time zone. The important thing to know is that Chick has the how about you has kind of kicked in.
Right. He's not here. I'm not going to steal his tagline.
I thought you had your own tagline.
I don't.
What?
What was it?
What is it?
You didn't have one.
Wow.
And now you interrupt Josh. No one knows the name of the damn show. Everyone's going, what the hell are we listening to?
How many years in comedy without a tagline? Okay. You'd think by now, something like Get Her Done, some of the classics. You might be a redneck if. Nothing. Okay.
All right. Good.
Let's
most
see.
working comedians don't have a tagline.
Yeah.
The good ones, yeah.
It's the Bob and Tom Show, by the way. Never got to
this
that.
is the Bob
Thank
and
you,
Tom
Willie.
Show.
I wasn't going to say it.
You interrupted his ass.
He gets money every time it's said. I wasn't going to say it.
I like to brand it a little bit. Welcome to the Bob and Tom program. Thank you very much.
Unbelievable.
I'll take over here.
Will you? Okay, yeah.
Chick is,
I hadn't sensed that that's what you were
Chick's
going to do.
coming back on Monday. Our engineer, of course, is Ace Cosby.
My tagline when I do stand-up is, no, that was funny.
Okay, very good.
You tell him? Just in case they forgot, you tell him.
Very good. Very good. There's Willie over there. Willie G sitting in for Chick. He should be back on Monday, doing very well. And then
I better go check on him, actually.
Okay. We have found Josh over there in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair.
Yes.
Working on some kind of not really a tagline. What do you call that? Sort of a logo line. What is the Get Her Done for Larry the Cable Guy? What is that? His signature line?
It's a catchphage.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
catchphrase.
Pat, do you have one?
They call me the assassin
Why is that?
because I'm killing it out there. It doesn't really work, does it?
I used to, when I started, I remember kind of actively trying to get one of these.
Yeah, me
And then I
too.
used to do this bit when things were going well. I'd go, yeah, we're having a good time. And then I saw Dusty Slay. And that is his actual tagline. He says it constantly. He has merch that says it. And I was like, well, time to start over.
I love that guy. Dusty's the best.
Funniest guy in the world. So funny.
Oh, yikes. Well, there are guys that sort of try to force a tagline that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or they have some phrase that they're hoping will catch on. They have T-shirts made.
I told you, we do things different in Tampa Bay. Okay.
Our friend Reno Collier said he was trying to do that, and the one he came up with did not work, which was put some ham on that.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Put some
that.
ham on that thing.
I wonder why it didn't work.
Yeah. I mean, some of the ones that do work, one of them is somewhat similar to that. Of course, I'm talking about hamburger.
Sure.
Hamburger.
Well, yes.
One of the greats.
Joker, what in the world you dressed up for Halloween? Like a hamburger on to deliver mail or something. What's up with you? You overweight, that's your problem. Can't you take a joke? I know you take an order of fries right by now, couldn't you? Hamburger, look at his feet. Feet so big.
It's so, he just says hamburger. It's the whole hamburger.
Doesn't even make sense. He just says that word.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. It makes no sense, but it works for him.
Yeah.
I have nothing against catchphrases. I'm just not interested in having one myself.
Hey, the blue collar guys have the best ones, I think.
Yeah, they're all
They kinda
natural
capture
and
that.
good. Yeah.
Does Ron White have one?
Tater salad.
tater salad,
Yeah, they call
yeah.
me tater salad is the closest thing. But
Okay, we kind of have that in the news this morning.
Tater salad?
Sort of, in a weird way.
all right.
But just trust me on this.
I'm getting into potato salad for the first time in my life. I've never been a big fan of it, and I'm not that big of a fan, but I'm kind of getting more into it.
All right.
It's good stuff.
Potatoes and mayo, it's fine. Yeah, I
It's
like
got
it.
mayo in it.
A lot of good stuff in there.
It's delicious. It's delicious. You know, now where was I? Oh, I know. I want to launch the Pat Godwin Challenge early today here in the Bob and Tom program. Now, you may recall that yesterday we did this late in the show. We had a news story, and we asked Pat to come up with a song on the spot. So what I want to do today is demonstrate what happened yesterday, A, and then B, go through some of the stories and give Pat the opportunity to pick one, or we can pick one, whatever you want.
you guys
Pat.
pick one.
Okay, and get a song out of that one.
All right.
Now, yesterday, the story was the one about the vending machines. Do you have that over there?
Hungry Germans craving a sausage in the dead of night are now available to find their feast in a vending machine. That's right. Bratwurst, Bockwurst, and barbecue meats are available in machines that are booming outside German cities where shops are less likely to stay open for long hours, so they just put the meat in the vending machine.
And then we received a lot of mail. There are bacon vending machines.
Wow.
That we've seen and other things. So it's an interesting thing. And then you can you recreate that song, Pat?
Well, I'm German. I'm a German.
Oh, so
What was your name?
What was your
Last
name?
name Niedwaschen.
Hans
Niedwaschen.
Niedwaschen.
Yeah, that's
Hans?
my first name. Hans
Yes.
Niedwaschen.
Hans Niedwaschen. Okay, good. Yeah, okay.
Do you want to hear the song now?
Yes, that's sort of what I
Once
introduced him.
upon a... Shut up. I'm taking over Chick's part. Shut up. Once upon a time, you'd make the sausage. And it used to take one day or two. Fill the pig intestines with meat stuff. Or buy them at the stores, that's what you'll do. Now there's a meat machine for when it's 3:15. You get the brats, mit fat or brats mit lean. No more chips and junk. You want meat, then you're drunk. So now there's a sausage vending machine. Everyone, la 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 la. Now there's a sausage vending machine. Yay. Something like that. Yeah.
That was great.
Duncan.
And you did that in like 5 minutes. It was amazing.
It was fun.
We'll give him another challenge. The sausage vending machine seems like a good idea. We had a couple questions. Is it refrigerated? Yes.
Well, is it already cooked?
Wow. The bacon machine that someone sent me, it's not cooked.
I would
Well,
assume, well, there's a lot of like cured meats where it's just you can just have them on the shelf.
Yeah, I would assume that it would have to be. Now, I don't even know. What is bockwurst?
I don't know.
I got your bockwurst. Then what that is? What's bockwurst? This says bockwurst, B-O-C-K wurst. And
B-O-C-K?
Yeah.
Okay, so then is it maybe like some bok choy vegetarian bratwurst maybe?
No, I think
it's not.
It's B-O-C-K, not B-O-K.
It's just another sausage.
Okay. All right. The point being, I would, Christy, it's a good question because I would think at 3 in the morning you wanted to put your quarters in the machine and chow down on something.
Yeah, you don't want to go home and have to cook it.
Got some nice raw pork. I got higher than a kite, drunk as hell. Got to go home.
Favorite drunk food, Christy?
Oh, White Castles, without a doubt.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent choice.
Really?
Oh, I love them. I love them sober even. I'll
Sure.
tell you.
I love it too. Yeah, the sloppy joes they have there are insane.
Are they?
So good.
White
Wait,
Castle
they
has
have
sloppy joes?
It might have been a limited release thing, but I got those delivery a few months ago.
Wow.
We have Josh's new catchphrase. Oh, White Castle has sloppy Joe. Hamburger.
How was he making fun of you for something that I like? You don't even like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Something happened this morning.
Okay, bockwurst is a German sausage made from ground veal and pork.
Yeah, looks good.
Does look good.
I have a thing about veal. I can't eat it. I just feel the same way about those baby carrots. let them have a little bit of a life before you take them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, sure. I disagree, but because I think if you give them a little bit of life, then they know what they're missing when they're killed. So
Exactly.
Okay.
straight out of the uterus
can
onto
go
my
either
plate.
By the end of the show, Christy will turn into a vegetarian. So, Pat, when we come back, we're going to give you some of the stories we have today, and then we'll get to choose one to be made into a song.
Okay, you guys choose.
Yay. We will be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey, Mark Allison with you on a Friday. It's August 7th. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Bob and Tom Show. Got a great show for you this morning. Willie Griswold sitting in for the Chickster. He'll be back on Monday right there at the sports desk. And, of course, you got Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Union Credit Union News Desk. And we've also got Josh Arnold over there at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. I think I've got all the sponsorships in. And you are tuned to Bob and Tom 24/7. Coming up, singer-songwriter Mac McAnally this morning. Mac, a 10-time CMA Musician of the Year award winner and longtime member of the Jimmy Buffett Coral Reefer Band. We'll catch up with Mac this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The Who will put past concert performances on YouTube to raise money for cancer patients. Roger Daltrey has been a longtime supporter of the charities Teen Cancer Trust and Teen Cancer America. Since Daltrey can't do fundraising concerts, The Who will do a 6-week YouTube series called Join Together at Home. It will start with a featurette of rarely seen footage and mini videos, followed by previously unreleased Who concert footage. It'll start Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, with 5 tracks from The Who's 1982 Shea Stadium show. That stream is free, but you are encouraged to donate to cancer charities. A lagoon with colored water can be beautiful, but in Paraguay, a lagoon is getting attention for being multicolored and partially smelly. It's the Cerro Lagoon in the city of Limpio. It's divided into 2 parts, one purple, one blue. One part stinks, the other doesn't. Turns out the lagoon was split by construction of an embankment and roadway to carry trucks to and from local factories. Over time, people noticed the color of the water on one side had changed from blue to purple, and that fish and birds were not living well there. So they suspect a tannery in the area is to blame, not only for the purple water, but for the smell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think the cicadas are coming next year because I remember being a kid and going, you know what? The next time these cicadas come, I'll be happily married.
Now, do you want to be happily married, Willie?
Who cares anymore, right? It's all over.
It's not all over.
I think Willie's got it made right now. He's got a hip bachelor pad.
Sure. I'm hanging out. I'm doing well.
You don't even have to cut the grass.
I don't.
I got my grass guy doing that.
Really?
Of course, Willie's got a grass guy, but
Yeah.
Not the same person.
he has a much nicer car.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Listen up, fellas. This is just for you. It's the brand new dance where you drop your pants.
there's a new craze. It's a sensation. Every guy is doing it across the nation. First thing you do, take off your clothes. Get ready to strut. Get ready to pose. Grab your package, tuck it away. Between your legs is where you want it to stay. Do the badge.
The badge. Come on, give it a whirl.
Do the badge.
The badge. hustle.
Forget the rumba and the Macarena.
Just boogie down without your genitalia.
To the band,
The band, it's better than the tango.
to the band.
It's 28 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Ace Cosby. Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Plenty of sunshine today, high 82. Clear tonight, down to 58. More sun on Saturday, 85. Partly cloudy, 87 on Sunday. It's clear right now, 59 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy. Hang out today on Q95. Your shot at some serious money coming up. Some very serious cash in the form of $1,000. That would be very handy. And it's coming up many times today, so hang out with us. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see, we've got to start at the beginning here. It's the 7th of August, 2020. Whatever this is continuing. Hoping to wake up with a little alert in my phone. Yay! Fireworks everywhere. It's over.
I will kiss you in the middle of Times Square. When that happens.
Everyone
Oh, I
take out
can't
your
wait for
clothes and
that.
go to a movie and a concert.
Are you going to dip him too?
Yes.
Yes.
Where was I? But that's not what's happening. So we'll go. Coming up today, for some reason, animals are taking over the world
Yeah.
and the news.
Oh.
We've got alligator. We have 4 alligator stories.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
We got snakes, a wild
Bulls,
boar on the loose in a
boars.
city,
Yeah.
coyotes.
Got it all.
Yeah, they're all in the news today. So it's also International Beer Day and National Water Balloon Day.
International Lighthouse Day.
And if you want to, you can make a beer balloon
Yeah.
and
Throw it up the lighthouse.
I'm sure
throw
that's
it at
happened.
someone and they get attacked by bees for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, where was I? Oh, this is Tom speaking. That's Ace. That's Willie sitting in Chick's chair today, sitting in his own chair, which is the IHateStevensinger.com jewelry chair. The sidekick chair, it's Josh Arnold. Christy Lee's in the Navy Federal Credit Union
Hi.
newsroom. And Pat Godwin is about to get the Pat Godwin Challenge.
Okay.
He is in the other building. He's got his guitar and his keyboard. And Pat, Christy and I are going to tell you some of the stories coming up, and then we've got to decide which one you want to write a song about. Go, Christy, you give them a couple headlines.
Beer and leather store named after pubic hair.
Love it.
All right.
No, that's a kind of a complicated story. It's not like the beer is called pubic hair beer. They used a word from a indigenous people's
Right.
language, thinking it meant something else, but it in fact means pubic hair.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what else you got, Christy?
We have a mammoth skeleton found in a Siberian lake.
Wow.
Do anything for you?
A full skeleton? That'll be cool.
We have a fisherman in Morocco who found a message in a bottle from a Greensboro, North Carolina student. That's kind of cool.
They're always boring. And
Alligator in the
it's really
news.
the message said "Do not litter." Oddly enough, and,
oh boy, yeah.
in his own language. That was the amazing thing. She wrote it in North Carolina, lands there. Oh, look, it's in whatever gibberish. I have
Even
no idea.
cooler, it was his lucky
boy.
numbers on there. His lucky numbers
wow.
on there. Yeah.
Pat, we have a coyote with a jar on his head.
That's kind of fun.
We have a wild boar leading police through a city in Japan on an hours-long chase. We have a captured runaway bull in Florida. We have an alligator in a swimming pool.
Oh, we got two-tone paint jobs on cars are making a big comeback.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you could do a song by Tommy Two-Tone, but then that kind of kills the... Okay. Let's see. What else? We've got a great story about a guy selling back his 1957 pickup truck to like the great-grandson or something.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool story.
Kind of a sweet story. Any of these tripping your trigger there, Pat?
You guys pick it. It would seem like I've pre-written it if I pick it.
Oh, we know better. But
We're going to let Tom pick it because that's what's going to happen.
Thank you, Christy. That's
You're welcome.
very sound logic.
Yeah, I know how this works.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's one I think that might be perfect for you, Pat. The headline from CNN is Kraft mac and cheese, now a breakfast food.
Oh, yeah.
They're apparently going to start marketing mac and cheese as a breakfast food.
As a breakfast food.
And that's not the only mac and cheese story today.
Okay.
Really?
Yep. Cheetos mac and cheese coming.
Wow.
Sounds tasty.
Well, it's been a good run, you guys, but I think I'm going to get a little busy this weekend.
Do you like mac and cheese, Pat?
Love it, yeah.
Okay, let's do a mac and cheese hunk.
A mac and cheese song. Okay.
Yes.
I'll send you the story.
Will do.
Kraft mac and cheese becoming a breakfast food.
Okay.
That's all yours. Good luck with it. Now, let's move forward here. We have Willie G sitting in at the sports desk.
A 13-year-old boy in California has become the youngest person to swim across Lake Tahoe. It's called the Godfather Swim from Cave Rock to the Godfather Mansion in Homewood.
Now, I assume.
Yes.
I've been trying to find this all morning. I've looked it up. The Godfather Swim. I guess it's just because in Godfather Part 2, they're living on Lake Tahoe. You know, Fredo goes fishing.
You don't have to swim with a concrete block attached to your ankle, do you?
See, that's...
Yeah, no, thankfully.
Yeah, that would be...
That would be tough.
Yeah, that'd be more Godfather. I assume it's just because I think one of the launch points or the landing point is that
mansion
must
there?
be that mansion on the
must
on
be.
Lake Tahoe.
On July 30th, James Savage completed the 12-mile swim in 6 hours and 59 minutes. He intends to complete the 21.3-mile length swim next summer.
Ugh.
Good for him.
I have a lot of respect for swimmers. That's a tough thing.
Yeah, especially in a big lake.
Yeah.
Something. Are there any big critters in that thing? No gators or anything, right?
There's always critters in a lake.
How long did it take him?
6 hours, though?
Yeah, 6 hours and 59 minutes.
So if
7 really.
If you can get a 13-year-old to stay off their phone for 6 hours, that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
He had his iPad with him.
Okay. You've got an amazing feat going down there.
So is it a race?
No, it's just to complete the...
Make your way over to the Godfather Mansion.
I heard that if you don't complete it, you wake up and there's a head of a seahorse in your bed next to you.
A seahorse. It's very tiny, but yeah, some don't even see it.
Oh, that's such a great scene.
I've never seen The Godfather.
Oh.
What?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, give it a look, man.
I've never seen...
Even my kids have seen The Godfather. Come on, Willie.
Take a week and read it. Read the book and then watch all 3.
Oh, I don't want homework.
Oh, all right. Well,
I got to read a dang book?
No.
I didn't read the
Josh
book.
just misspoke. Don't watch all 3.
Watch the first 2.
The Godfather is very good. The Godfather Part 2 is equally good, if not better. And then never watch 3. It's terrible.
Really? Okay.
It's terrible.
I think you can watch 3 just to say you watched it.
It'll ruin it for you. You're currently ass deep in The Sopranos, right?
I have like 10 episodes left. Don't say anything.
All right, cool.
Because I had a friend. I was like, I'm almost on The Sopranos, and he almost like gave a big spoiler, and I'd like stop him like, and I was like, no.
So you'll probably finish it this week.
I was going to tell him what the second to last song they play is.
What are you doing?
I didn't.
He was insisting, you guys, and he goes, no, it's fine, it won't ruin it. I go, just don't tell me. And he goes, it won't ruin it, it's no big. And I go, just don't tell me. He goes, well, you don't have to freak out about it. Jeez.
You know what the last one is, right?
Don't know. Just shut up.
That's great. That's great that you've gotten this far and you don't know about the end. Yeah, no, good, man.
I had 2.
Watch it this weekend.
There are 2 little spoilers that I figured out that weren't that big of a deal, and I knew about it because they've become like memes now on Facebook. These kind of spoilers, and so I have nothing, and I'm loving it so far. I'm very excited.
Good.
Awesome.
Very excited when the last song plays. That became a real big deal, and I'm surprised you haven't heard it, but that's good.
Yeah, cool.
And I will not talk about it anymore.
Okay.
Do you know what the second to last song was?
It is eating.
I don't remember.
Just don't say it. Just don't say it.
I don't want him to say it. I'm asking if he knows it or not.
I want to enjoy it. I don't know.
Hey, Pat, how's that song going in there?
About half done.
Okay, good. All right. We were heading back to sports.
I love Lake Tahoe. Oh,
You know what?
beautiful.
Everyone else loves Lake Tahoe, too. That's become the #1 real estate go-to right now. They cannot keep property. Everybody's buying at Tahoe.
That's where you can surf and swim in the same day, right? That's the whole thing over there.
The water is just gorgeous.
If you can surf, when I was there, I don't know. I didn't
surf on Lake Tahoe, can you? You could water ski, maybe.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to say water ski and surf in the same day is what I meant. I'm sorry.
No, you mean
water ski and
snow ski and water ski? Yes.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
You can ski both ways.
That's what I meant.
Chilly.
Right, but yeah, you can.
It's cool.
That's
I've never
very
been
well.
out there, but I want to.
The Godfather got there early.
Jason Day's.
I'm not going to give anything away.
Okay. Yeah, you are.
He can't help himself.
Yeah, he
I would
can't.
take your headphones off.
Just shut
Leave.
your mouth. Should I leave?
Say, you can also go fishing on Lake Tahoe.
How about this? I'll go in the other room. I'll listen to Mark Maron's podcast for a little while, and then I'll come back when you're fine, and then I can.
love him.
Jason Day's name hasn't been on the leaderboard lately in the majors. Brooks Koepka's is there all the time.
Sure.
Yep.
Day opened the PGA Championship with a bogey-free round of 5 under 65 at the TPC Harding Park. He shared the lead with Brendan Todd. Right behind was Koepka, going after a 3rd straight PGA champion title. No one has ever won this major 3 straight times in stroke play, and only 6 players in history. Stroke play is pretty funny, isn't it?
That's chapter 2 of Josh's autobiography.
Oh, God, I was doing great. I was focused. I was nervous. Stroke play, brother. That'll get you. Sorry, stroke play. And only 6 players in history have won the same major 3 straight times.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Kepka, I believe.
Doesn't that sound like a medicine?
Kepka?
Yeah, that was my it's my old seizure medicine was pretty close to
Kepka
it.
pectate.
Kepka had 6 birdies and was among those at 66. There we go.
Wow.
I'm watching Godwin. He's writing something down in there.
3/4 of the way there, boss.
Oh, wow, that's great. Okay, well, once again, we're doing the Pat
Man, you're
Godwin
quick.
Songwriting Challenge.
This isn't. You haven't heard it yet. Good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure it's fine. What else is happening over there?
There's honestly not a lot of sports today. Giannis Antetokounmpo, which
That's a great pronunciation.
Everyone, Ace and I were talking about this. Everyone used to call him the Greek Freak, and now people are finally saying his last name.
Good.
And hopefully they're not pronouncing it wrong. And Chris Middleton scored 33 points each as the Bucks overcame a huge early deficit to get a 130-116 win over the Miami Heat on Thursday to clinch the top seed in the Eastern Conference. The Heat led by as many as 23 points in the first half, where the team piled up 73 points despite playing without Jimmy Butler and Goran Dragic.
Now, it's my understanding
Yes.
that there is now a TED Talk out there on how to find an NBA game on television.
I haven't tried to watch. Is it tough?
I have 2 different kinds of cable.
Yeah.
My friend was in Arizona trying to watch the game, and he bought like the league pass or whatever, and he couldn't watch it because it was blacked out locally.
Oh.
It is insane. You'd think they want people to watch these games.
You'd think right now they would make it as easy as possible to watch an NBA game, and now you've got to get your computer out.
Oh my!
And because it's gotten so confusing with all these channels and
that said, I did have a big my dad moment when I came in complaining about this, and Ace goes, "Oh no, I watched it pretty easy."
Well,
did you have to have the dish to watch it? Is that the trick?
is it a DirecTV?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so if you don't have DirecTV, you can't watch it? Is it?
No, they're various outlets.
Okay, again, there's going to have to be a TED Talk on how to find your team game.
Yeah, there was a hockey game on last night I was watching, and it was on 5 different, there were 5 different channels you could see.
Well, see, that's the way to go. If you want, right now, you want people to be able to see your
And it
stuff.
depends on where you're at and who.
You don't want to be hiding it.
Yeah.
But I guess we're just idiots.
And if you have MDA TV, they'll replay it at some point.
Sure.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, don't tell me what happened. I've got $1,000 in this game.
There's a great part of the Seinfeld pilot. He gets a phone call. The Mets game is on. I taped it. Please don't tell me what happened. What's going on?
Well, we'll find out more about that. Perhaps there's a simpler way that you can find out where your favorite team is playing. Is any huge news from the NFL? Are we doing okay? In the
only 66 players opted out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
It seems like a lot, but relatively speaking, it isn't.
Yeah.
And then I saw a tweet from Tony Dungy, people that are saying these guys are opting out and getting their money. Apparently, they're taking some sort of loan on this year's salary that they're paying back next year.
Yeah.
So it's not like these players are just getting money for doing nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, right. So if you take whatever it is, the $250, that comes out of your salary from the
essentially, yeah. Okay,
that's significantly different. Coming up in the show, we have an excuse once again to play this. Oh, that feel great. Okay, because we have Woolly Mammoth news on the way. So it's not every day that we have a really rock solid Woolly Mammoth story.
Good point.
But apparently there are going to be a lot more of them.
A lot more woolly mammoths?
Yeah.
Oh,
what are these
is this
scientists
Jurassic
doing?
Park? What are we doing?
The place where a lot of them are in storage is sort of melting.
Oh, that, yeah.
So we'll be able to see some more of those. And isn't that the one they think they might be able to do sort of a semi-clone from?
Yeah, they have discussed it. The mastodons or the woolly mammoths.
Okay. Now, let's see. How are we? Okay, coming up, Pat, how's it going in there?
I'm done.
You're done.
My goodness.
Yeah, I just need to go over the chord
Are you
changes.
serious?
Yeah.
You want to explain what you're done doing?
We're done doing a songwriting challenge, and you gave me the mac and cheese as a breakfast food.
Mac and cheese is a breakfast food, apparently being marketed by Kraft.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they have to tell people that they can have it for breakfast. It's not like we need permission. I know.
I think on the packaging it said dinner originally.
Oh, that's why they're doing that? Okay.
Oh, dinner, really?
For example, I will have cereal for dinner.
Sure.
On occasion.
Breakfast for dinner is fun.
I love breakfast for dinner, but cereal for dinner I love too.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's okay. You can have whatever you want, whenever you want. This is America, but we'll find out why mac and cheese is suddenly being licensed for breakfast. Speaking of food, we were talking about our favorite statues, and I happen to like Rodin the Thinker.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I love eating that.
Josh, I know that this may be difficult for you to understand, but I'm actually getting to food. We don't have to get right to it in the first phrase that comes out of my mouth.
Just said what everybody was thinking.
Yeah, that awful transition, and then he demeans you.
I'm a big fan also of the statue of Mr. Bendo.
Sure.
It's made of fiberglass. We have, and of course, the Big Boy statue.
Yeah,
Right. For my money, one of the greatest moments in contemporary cinema is the floating outer space Big Boy scene.
With Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. That the phrase laugh out loud has been overused, but I did. We were talking about the Big Boy statue, and someone sent us this. They took this out of their car window, as you can see. It's a photograph. I believe this is in Sheboygan, Michigan.
Sheboygan,
not Wisconsin.
Yeah, the Sheboygan, Michigan is spelled with a CH.
Gotcha.
I believe this is Sheboygan, Michigan. It's the Big Boy. I don't know if you can see this, but the Big Boy has on a face mask, a giant face. That's very funny. Thank you very much. And if you have a favorite statue, by all means, send it to us. There's people have sent us. I didn't know there were so many really cool, huge ones, like a giant fiberglass guy on skis. Just random weird statues. Paul Bunyan, of course, famously.
There's that really cool one in Vail when we go skiing I believe it's the 10th Mountain Division, the World War II guy.
That's a really sharp one too. But I like some of the goofy ones, the colorful fiberglass ones. That you see all over the place. Anyway, if you've got a really fun picture one, by all means, get it to us. And Pat, how's that song going?
I'm good. Yeah.
You got the chord changes all set?
I'm looking over the chord changes as we speak.
So when we come back, we can actually do this song?
I think we can, yeah.
Okay. That's faster than I was even expecting.
I know. It's faster than it takes to cook macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
we may have to do another one. Also, just a real quick headline here. New Hampshire.
Yeah.
First state to allow flying cars.
All right. Easy,
Seriously?
New Hampshire.
Live free or drop. The one thing about flying cars, though, if you're in a flying car, that engine light comes on, you're going to pay attention.
Yes. You're not just turning the radio up.
We'll find out what that means when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Rolling through a Friday morning. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us. Yes, we are live and socially distanced here in the Frigamall building. It's Friday, August 7th. So glad you could join us. Singer-songwriter Mac McAnally going to be joining us, promoting his recently released album, Once in a Lifetime. So check it out. Stay with us for Mac McAnally on a Friday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Jason Day's name hasn't been on the leaderboard lately in the majors. Brooke Koepka is there all the time. Day opened the PGA Championship with a bogey-free round of 5 under 65 at the TPC Harding Park. He shared the lead with Brendan Todd. Right behind was Koepka, going after a third straight PGA Championship title. No one has ever won this major 3 times in stroke play. Only 6 players in history have won the same major 3 straight times. Koepka had 6 birdies and was among those at 66. DeAndre Ayton had 23 points and 10 rebounds. The Phoenix Suns continued their improbable run in the NBA bubble with their fourth straight win, 114-99 over the Indiana Pacers on Thursday. Devin Booker added 20 points and 10 assists. Meanwhile, it was the Milwaukee Bucks overcoming a huge early deficit to get a 130-116 win over the Miami Heat on Thursday to clinch the top seed in the Eastern Conference. In baseball, JT Realmuto hit a 3-run homer. Hector Neris struck out Aaron Judge in a big spot, and the Philadelphia Phillies beat the New York Yankees 5-4. The Oakland Athletics on a roll with the rival Houston Astros coming to town at last. Matt Olson homered to back Mike Fear's first win of the season. The A's beat the Texas Rangers 6-4 on Thursday for their 6th straight victory and a series sweep. That's a quick look at your sports highlights. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Thanks to some amazingly creative work by a team of surgeons, a man who had his penis fall off has a new penis made of his own tissue. The organ in progress is currently maintaining its blood supply and growing on his arm. Surgeons will move his new male member to his groin area sometime in the future. Until then, I know a guy who's never going to be at the job site rolling up his sleeves when it's time to get down to business.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Hey, beer drinkers. Do you find that your beer not only fills you up, it binds you up? You need a beer that will help you loosen up. Introducing the beer that not only tastes great, it packs a mega high-fiber wallop. It's the first beer that's also a laxative. We call it Shats.
Oh, God. That's it.
S-H-A-T''S. Shats.
All the cats tip their hats to the man who's drinking Shats, the man who needs some fiber in his brew. Shats beer. When all is said and done, we're not yet number one, but Shats is always number two.
Hi, I'm Phil Throne from the Schatz Brewing Company. Pour yourself a Schatz and see why it's making a splash all over the country. Schatz, the laxative beer. Schatz is brewed with the highest quality hops and barley. Then we add our secret ingredient, whole kernel corn. Not too much, just a pinch. Every Schatz beer is fortified with 12 essential vitamins, so you're always guaranteed a good, healthy Schatz. Schatz is available in the 6-ounce little squirt or the 64-ounce big lager. And every Schatz is tapered at one end, so your can won't slam shut. We here at Schatz are saddened by the recent passing of Adolf Schatt, founder of the Schatt Family Brewery, better known as the Old Brick Schatt House. In fact, Adolf loved his beer so much, his last wish was to be interred in a giant vat of Schatz. So come on, when it's time to take a load off, crack open a Schatz.
You will say, hooray, cause relief is on its way. No more irregularity for you. Schatz beer. Give a Schatz a pop, and soon you'll hear a plop. Schatz is nature's perfect brew. Schatz.
Don't just take any beer. Take a Schatz. And for you teetotalers, try our new high-fiber non-alcoholic beer. We call it O-Stool. O-Stools. Sample one today. And don't forget Schatz Light, Schatz Dark, and for those with diverticulitis, proctitis, and polyposis, doctors direct them to try new Schatz Red. Schatz Beer, a division of Frigamel Industries, Flushing, New York.
That is disgusting.
That's hilarious.
Hi, this is Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the. Oh, never know she doesn't. Yikes! Is anybody paying attention? That happened. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, where our staff doesn't know how to tell time. Thank you very much. Where were we? It's International Beer Day and National Water Balloon Day. Don't forget that. Now, let's see. There's Josh over there. You'll find him. IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
You're not going to celebrate International Lighthouse Day?
Yeah. Come on.
You just blew right by that. Right?
What's wrong with you?
International what?
Lighthouse Day.
Lighthouse Day.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'm a big fan.
There are very few left.
There are very few lighthouses that are manned, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of lighthouses out there on very dangerous rocks. Let's see. This is the Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry. I'm completely blown away by the fact that this break came very suddenly. There's Ace. There's Willie. Christy Lee's in the next room scolding me. And Pat Godwin's been working on the Pat Godwin Song Challenge, and apparently we already have a winner there.
I don't know about winner.
Well, you seem to be fairly confident. Once again, the challenge was we told Pat some of the news headlines from today, and he had to get a song about it. And the news headline we chose was mac and cheese is now a breakfast food, according to Kraft Foods.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ace pointed out, I guess the Kraft mac and cheese used to say dinner on it.
Yeah, I'm double checking that, but
okay. So Kraft, do you have the actual news story,
I'm
Christy?
looking for it
apparently
right now.
they've decided that it's going to be for breakfast. Which
Kraft
is fine.
has started marketing mac and cheese as a breakfast food as more Americans are dining at home due to the pandemic and their daily routines are changing. Kraft Heinz announced that it will rebrand by adding the word breakfast to its Kraft macaroni and cheese boxes.
Mac and cheese makes a great breakfast if you want to sleep until noon.
The company reported that 56% of parents have served their kids mac and cheese for breakfast.
What?
More often during coronavirus-related state lockdowns than previous months.
Wow.
According to CNN, Kraft Heinz hopes the rebrand will take away some of the stigma of serving children or even eating non-breakfast foods in the morning.
Okay.
Well, if you've got little kids, getting them to eat anything.
Sure. Get them something.
You remember that you've ever been around a 4-year-old? Hey, would you like some of this delicious ribeye steak? No.
Right.
What do you want? Cereal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, if you're an adult who maybe smokes a little too much marijuana, sometimes in the morning time, a little mac and cheese at 8 a.m. sounds pretty good.
It probably isn't worse than some of the cereals or pancakes or stuff like that.
When we had a caterer, we had mac and cheese quite a bit here, and it was the best I've ever had.
Great mac and cheese.
Oh.
But this is an unusual thing. You're getting up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and then by 8, it's almost your lunch.
None of us get up at 2 or 3 in the morning. Isn't that just you? Are you
That's
guys 2 or 3 in the morning people?
Yeah.
Don't put us in your crazy circle 2 or 3 in the morning. You crazy man, 2 or 3 in the morning.
Okay. Let's see.
You do 3?
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, I did bring in some cookies today, if you saw.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, they're nice too. Now
they look good.
So we really can't complain. We eat cookies and cake first thing in the morning. So I just think it's kind of funny that they're marketing it that way.
I know a guy who makes mac and cheese omelets.
Really?
And swears by them. So, and I've, believe it or not, I've never tried it. It does sound pretty good.
I've never had that, but there's a place in Miami that has a mashed potato omelet.
Oh, really?
And it's delightful. It's great. The texture's a little odd at first, but then it's killer.
That's interesting.
That does sound. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna. I went to a restaurant and they served salmon on top of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I mean on top of it.
Yeah.
With some spot. It was unbelievable. It's like kissing God. It was that good.
Yeah, you usually like your food separated, don't you?
Yeah, I do like my food separated.
Yeah, you don't like it touching.
When I was a little kid.
Yeah, I remember you had to eat out of the compartment.
And now I've got one of my little girls now is that way.
Oh no,
Daddy! What was it the other night that something was touching?
Oh boy!
My corn is touching my hot dog. Then of course the standard parent answer in every language is it's all going to end up in the same place.
Yeah.
Right.
That's never worked. Never has a kid gone, oh. Well, then if the gravy is over here on my toast, it's okay. Because it's going to end up in the same place. So by the way, Ace, you are right. This says in Canada, mac and cheese is called Kraft dinner. Oh. So I don't know if it's true here, but that's what this article I'm looking at says. So who knows? But the notion here is that Kraft is going to market macaroni and cheese as a breakfast food. And we asked Pat Godwin to write a song about that. Pat, what have you got?
I went with the early Beatles for this, Tom.
Oh, good.
And I think you're going to enjoy this. I got to belt this one. No, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Last night I had a late night cheese snack. I woke up and my cravings came back. Hey, Kraft, I'm daft. Get your staff. Hey, Kraft, please, please make mac and cheese a breakfast food. I know that I'm overweight, but lunchtime I just cannot wait for mac and cheese. Mac and cheese now. give this boy a big old scoop for breakfast now. I can't poop, please. Make mac and cheese a breakfast food.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, a little too shouty for this time of the day, but...
Hey, look, so mac and cheese is early in the morning, and now I'm trying to sing a great Beatles song. But it shows you how complicated that song is, doesn't it?
I forgot.
It sounds so simple.
It's lacking without the harmony.
Then you realize, wow, there's a lot of chord changes in that thing.
Certainly is simple.
Please, mac and cheese.
Well, good for the Kraft people. That's awesome.
Would mac and cheese with scrambled eggs taste good, or is
I think so.
It seems like it would.
Yeah, that seems right on my alley. Mac and cheese in a breakfast
And you
burrito.
sprinkle a little bacon in there?
Yes, okay.
And now there are all these places that these mac and cheese specialties.
Gourmets, yeah.
Gourmet restaurants.
Lobster mac and cheese, yeah.
Oh,
well, and that's why I'm bringing this up, because the Cheetos people are jumping into the mac and cheese bandwagon. Bold and cheesy, flaming hot and cheesy jalapeno mac and cheese coming to the shelves of a Walmart near you.
So they were reading my
starting
letters.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yes.
Dear Chester.
No, Chester never writes back.
The Frito-Lay people hope to expand that product to additional retailers in 2021. But Cheetos mac and cheese.
You probably didn't hear about this, Willie, but we had a story probably a month ago
About
the Stouffer's people.
Yeah.
They make great frozen food and stuff.
Oh, yes.
They have introduced a mac and cheese dispenser.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I forgot about that, yeah.
It says it says Stouffer's is introducing a machine that dispenses macaroni and cheese. The brand announced the so-called Mac on Tap dispenser was being prepared for Mac and Cheese Day, which was July 14th. So it looks like a
bit like a slushy machine? Or
yeah, kind of. And it spews out ready to be eaten.
It looks like kind of one of those iced tea tubs that you see in some restaurants.
put it
It's
on
a
a-
big tub like that.
Put it on like a chili dog.
That's exactly what was
God,
happening.
that would be so
If
good.
you wanted, you could just put it in a cup for soda and then get back on the road, and while you're driving, just have a little drink every so often.
A glass of
very crafty.
Oh my god!
There indeed. Yeah.
Sometimes I show how emotionally and mentally fat I am. Just what I really want to do. A cup full of mac and cheese. Oh gosh,
that is that's pretty cool.
You like your mac and cheese a little burned?
Yes.
I do.
Pat's a yes.
Yeah, I like that the crunchy part. If you bake it, the crunchy part on top.
panko on
Really
top of
good.
there.
I love that, yeah.
I'm getting really hungry, and I can see why mac and cheese would make a really good breakfast.
I can talk about. Can we just talk about mac and cheese all day, you guys?
Probably.
Do you have a homemade mac and cheese recipe that's your go-to?
I do. I'm a spaghetti guy.
What?
Okay. If you're going to do a pasta.
If I'm going to do pasta, I do spaghetti or
I thought you made mac and cheese
some
with
variation
spaghetti.
on that. I know all the rest of it. You can make the argument that all pasta is the same, but I don't think it is. The way people make the argument that all Mexican food is the same thing.
The Jim Gaffigan joke, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's Jim Gaffigan. I don't know if he has a joke about it, but it's true. I mean, it all tastes kind of the same to me. It's sort of a different kind of a taco, but there's certain subtle differences. And with pasta, I'm just a spaghetti guy.
We have a great homemade mac and cheese recipe that's been passed down through the family that I love.
Oh, cool.
Maybe I want to bring it in. Maybe share it with us.
Yeah.
Are you going to make
All
it?
right. Hey, you know what? My cooking skills are off the chart these days.
Okay.
Really?
I have really done well.
I've always liked your cooking.
Thank you.
Regardless of how sick I've gotten afterwards.
Sure.
Going down, it really is good.
I made a Mediterranean...
Coming back, it's not that bad sometimes.
Mediterranean what?
Mediterranean Spanish chicken stew the other night that was just out of this
keep
world.
it.
You don't
last,
like
last
that?
night, Willie and I did,
I probably would.
Willie and I did steak night last
Oh,
night.
yeah. How were your ribeyes?
So I did a little research.
Yeah?
And for the marinade, I found out the secret is you put a tablespoon of brown sugar.
Oh, yeah.
It was killer. Killer. So
And then
good.
you make this marinade, then you pound it in with a hammer and let it sit for a few hours, and it was great.
Oh, good. Good.
That's because
What else did you put in with the brown sugar?
brown sugar,
Worcestershire,
salt,
yeah.
pepper,
Yeah.
and some other stuff. But I
Cool.
mean, the brown sugar, what a great idea. You can make this great and sweet. What a killer. Salty, sweet, and great.
Yeah.
What a great idea. Well, we've got nothing accomplished this last break. Thanks for joining us. I'll remind you that we do have the Bob and Tom TV show you can watch at night, see what's going on in this room. And if you are watching, you're probably wondering, why are there giant cardboard figures of us in the room? I'll explain that when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Bob. What are you doing out here? Same thing you're doing. Got a light?
We are smoking in front of the building. We are standing, we are talking, but mostly we are smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking.
I met a girl from another office. She's a smoker, just like me. Now we're dating, and we're smoking. We're smoking in front of the building.
We are smoking in front of the building, and we smell like we've been camping. It could be raining, it could be snowing, but we're smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking.
I never was a smoker until I looked outside. They were smoking while I was working. So now I'm smoking in front of the building.
We are smoking in front of the building, and the ashtrays are overflowing. We are smoking instead of working. We are smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building. We are standing, we are talking, but mostly we are smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. Smoking in front of the building. Smoking.
Oh, God.
In front of the building.
Beautifully done.
Where was the end?
About 20 locations where restrictions remain in effect. Those are listed on the State Department website. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Voices in my head told me that I love you. Voices in my head said you love me too. Yes, they do. You know they're always right. So I'm listening tonight to the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said we'll always be together. So I got your name tattooed in flaming red on my forehead. They come in crystal clear, but my doctor, he can't hear the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said to stop my medication. The voices in my head said to jump the wall and run and buy a gun. You know they're always right, so I won't put up a fight with the voices in my head. I see you on TV, and the voices are telling me that you want me and you need me, and your boyfriend should be dead and gone. The voices in my head said to break in your apartment and hide under the bed, 'cause your love was just a lie. You too must die. Soon tonight I'll stalk. Tomorrow I'm insane, so my lawyer says I'll walk. 'Cause I got voices in my head. Got voices in my head. Got voices in my head.
Hi, this is Drew Hastings, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Augie Smith, who's here now.
I say to the kids, stop with these steroids. Get on the old-fashioned drugs. When I speak to schools, that's what I tell them. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't think that we should legalize marijuana, and I'll tell you why.
Why is that?
Because I like doing illegal stuff. That's right. Yeah, I don't want to go into a store. I want to deal with the drug dealer. I want to go to the bad part of the town. I want to do that kind of stuff. I don't want to have to. And the people say, "Oh, we just want it for medicinal purposes." No, you don't. Then they bring out the guy, the 90-year-old guy with the tubes coming out of him, talking about, "Oh, I'm only happy when I'm high." Well, welcome to America. We're all
702 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
How can you follow Waze's voice? You can't.
No.
I can. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX.
She nailed it.
Sunshine. Look for a high of 82. Clear tonight down to 58.
Why'd you do that?
Just because. What is it right now, Christy?
59.
10 away from paradise.
I thought you were going to say, "I'm not telling."
Yeah.
Well, I thought about it, but then...
Okay, this time we're prepared. I've been informed as we do the countdown.
I'm going to ruin it.
3,
I'm going to ruin it.
2, and welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Got some unusual things going on here. I better explain right away.
What?
See, first of all, the big room. We're socially distanced. Everything's cool. We've also got the UV scrubbers installed into the air system here.
Yes.
So our breath is somehow sanitized. I don't know what I'm talking about. The big room. This is Tom speaking. That's Ace. There's Willie G. That's Patty G in the other building on the TV. Over there in the big room with us in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair, it's Josh Arnold, and Christy Lee is beyond us.
Hi.
In that other room behind the glass. But the confusing thing is, if you're watching on YouTube, we have these full-size blown-up photographs on cardboard. So Christy's normal seat, instead of Christy being there, it's her cutout.
Right.
So when I look to my right, I see Christy twice.
Yeah. Lucky you.
Yes.
Very nice. And although a cardboard Christy is wearing a rather low-cut shirt.
Yeah.
And Christy is not today.
I can see your boob crack.
It's called cleavage, Josh.
Oh, boob crack.
Boob crack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's classy.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Kennedy.
Yes.
I can't help but notice.
I see your boob
Rather
crack.
small breasts. The boob crack.
But it's not a boob crack. It's cleavage.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so, and then there's one of Josh over there. That's Josh with the... It's not Josh in 2004. No, it's just Josh with a Van Dyke / goatee.
Yeah, I sported the
full beard. The full beard looks much better, I think.
Thanks. Yeah, I like it better too.
And then the one of the blow up of me is actually behind Mr. Godwin, which is very
tiny.
weird looking. And then the Chick McGee blow up cardboard is in there. And I want to thank our friends for doing this. They've been printing these for lots of ball teams and stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see. We want to say special thanks to Sean and Maria for doing this. They do it at a factory called DS Smith in Lebanon, Indiana.
All right.
Thank you.
Got these shipped here, so thank you very much.
People, good company.
Speaking of the cardboard cutouts at games.
Yes.
The Kansas City Royals are scoring some points for a creative cutout behind home plate. Some fans notice they have a cutout of Bernie Lomax from Weekend at Bernie's in the crowd behind home plate.
Perfect.
Hilarious. Well, did you see last night? The Reds lost 13-0. The cardboard cutouts were booing.
Yes, they sure were. I saw some storm out.
Well, that is that is a bad game.
Yeah.
Yes, they served the cutouts beer after the 7th inning. Anything to get them to stay. This stinko. A big 0. How about some offense? How about getting out the bats, fellas?
I'm surprised this with all the new rule changes with COVID and everything. I'm surprised they didn't do the Little League rule where it was 10 runs and all right, let's call it.
No joke.
Which I'm completely against, by the way. Let's teach kids they can never come back from any deficit whatsoever. You just give up.
Here's your trophy.
I hate that.
That said, I just know there's going to be a weird asterisk next to the season, and I do think it's time we put in some novelty rules.
The rule that you came up with, I think, is terrific.
If you make an error and you miss a catch, you lose your mitt.
Yes, at least for one inning. You have to go back out there with no glove.
When you go to extra innings, each team picks a celebrity that gets to play for their team as their designated hitter. There's a lot of fun things. I want to see Paul Rudd hit for the Royals. I want to see it happen.
Oh, that'd be great. He'd love that.
I think there's already going to be all these weird asterisks.
Yeah.
Make it fun. Cork the bats. Do whatever you want to do.
At least for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
The lose your mitt. Can you imagine?
So good.
Every once in a while, you'll see a guy do that, barehanded ball.
That's got to hurt.
Yeah.
Jam a finger.
It doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get hurt. Maybe you have to catch it with a beer. I don't know what the thing is.
Oh, in a beer cup?
Yeah.
Some weird rules.
You take away the mitt, hand him one of those big stadium beer.
Sure.
We get Mark Summers out there to host it.
Welcome to the MLB. I'm Mario Lopez.
These are all great ideas. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm playing this song. Hang on one second. Do you know what this song is, Willie?
I know it through context. It's an old cartoon theme song.
Here it comes. One of the greats.
Yeah, it is.
That should give it away. It's the Jetsons thing.
Yes.
And I play that because in the news, we have a story about the Jetsons actually.
Flying cars.
Flying cars. Do you have the actual story?
I do. New Hampshire is soaring above the rest after becoming the first state to allow flying cars on the road. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Keep reading.
House Bill 1182, also known as the Jetson Bill, was passed into law Wednesday. It makes flying cars legal on public roads, but only allowing them to operate as a traditional vehicle rather than flying above the roadway. Then what's the point?
So you can drive your flying car
to the airport, and then you can take off.
I see.
There are currently no flying cars
that
the law would apply to, but
I thought I saw one that
Terrafugia and Samson Sky are reportedly
one that has
working on it.
It's sort of like a car. It's got wings that fold back, and you can drive it.
And they were going to be for sale.
Right.
But yeah, they're not what you picture the flying car being.
They're not really a Jetson car.
Let's keep until we haven't perfected regular cars by any means.
People can't drive on a roadway, let alone without.
Well, this is like
Especially
I say, the
these
problem with
days.
flying cars again is like every other when that light goes on in your car, the one that's blinking.
Yeah.
You're gonna land when the engine light pops on in your flying car. You're gonna I guess you're always gonna land technically.
Yes.
Yeah. One way or another.
What goes up must come down. Yeah.
Landing is not an option.
So the people in New Hampshire, they just thought they'd get ahead of this. They just thought, we don't know when flying cars are going to come.
But if they do.
When they do, we're going to be the first.
And they even had the balls to just call it the Jetsons rule.
I love that. The fact that they have enough of a sense of humor. Here's, of course, the flying car sound.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Those were so cool.
I love that show.
Until we perfect anti-gravity, though, it's going to be pretty tough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be going a certain speed to not be descending. That's the trick to flying cars.
Yes.
But, yeah, you're right, Christy. People can't drive on the ground. What makes us think that if we could fly,
Have
that would be...
you noticed how bad it's really gotten lately?
Yeah, anecdotal research on my part says people are driving worse than ever.
I believe that's true.
I think it's mostly cell phones.
I think it's anxiety, too.
I think there's a
People are
lot
just
going, yeah.
A lot of phones in everybody's hands.
You know my theory about this? I think that less people are getting in trouble for running stop signs because I think that when people get to stop signs, they want to check their phone. I think people are more likely to actually stop at a stop sign because they want to.
And give their phone a quick glance?
Exactly.
Yep.
Wow, that's an interesting
It's a weird theory that I have. I don't know. Maybe it's all.
Am I the only one that's not really checking my phone?
No, I'm not.
when
But
I
I'm saying
drive?
every time that I get to a four-way stop, you just see people.
But you know what I mean? I mean, I yes, I'm a better person for
keeping your phone in your pocket. and
Right.
not
You're doing the
looking
right.
at it?
Where do you put your phone when you're in the
Most of the time, it's in my front pocket. And if you're overweight, you know that if you're sitting in a car getting something out of your front pocket, impossible.
It might as well be brain surgery. You can't do it.
So
There's nothing you can do.
You put it in your front pants pocket?
Yeah.
Me too.
I always carry my phone in my front pocket.
Why?
What am I going to do?
Put it right here where it belongs, right next to your left boob.
Oh, my.
Where it belongs.
You're the only person in the world that wears two-pocket shirts.
Well, I wear two-pocket shirts all the time, but
You putting them in them?
No, nothing.
Like Twinkie?
Yes, I've got the Twinkie on the one side and the
bag of Fritos in the other.
That's right. You can't have one without the other. Who is fatter than me? No one. Who is fatter than he? No one.
Cue it up.
Sorry.
I'm seeing a remix coming.
So you can't access your phone then if you.
You shouldn't be accessing your phone while you're driving.
If somebody calls, I've got the Bluetooth. I can answer it right there on my dash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
do you get a lot of calls?
Not really. No. That's how I like it. Sometimes when your phone rings, when you go, "What the hell's this?"
Yeah.
Text me.
I'm pretty safe about it. I only ever look at my phone. If I'm behind the wheel, I will only ever look at my phone if I'm checking Instagram really quick.
Well, you're being safe.
Just something serious, you know?
Yeah. Something important.
Yeah, I got to see how this new feature works.
Are you on your phone all the time?
No.
Me?
Tom.
No. Occasionally.
He's talking on. He doesn't stare at it much. Like that's what I'm pretty guilty of scrolling on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. He is almost always on the phone. And the funniest thing, whenever I walk into his place, he's always on the phone in his AirPods. And I go, "Hey, what's going on? Having a pretty good day." And then he just goes, "Nut." And he just kind of waves his arm and points to his earbuds in. It's so funny.
On the phone. Okay. Well, coming up, we have a bunch of really cool stories and a lot of animal stuff today. And for some reason, 4 major alligator stories in the news.
And we have another car story coming up.
Okay. Flying cars or regular?
No, these are regular cars with an interesting paint scheme coming back.
Okay. All right. And then a little bit of Donnie Baker on the way. And Pat, I know you've got a really good song I heard you working on during the break.
Oh, yeah?
Very excited about this. Yeah. Do you want me to sing it for you? Bop, bop.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's coming up. I also want to remind you that our buddies at Napa have something great going on. Of course, you can always get parts. We've been talking about that for a long time at your locally owned Napa. And now you can order online and pick up curbside at your local Napa store in just 30 minutes. Or you can get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping on over 160,000 parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts from Napa delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how at participating stores. Standard ground shipping and exclusions apply. From our friends at Napa.
Love the Napa.
When we come back, a little bit of Donnie Baker. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hope you got to join us yesterday for our West Coast Mountain correspondent, Al Jackson, and his quiz for Tom. A pop culture quiz, if you will. When you're not listening to Al Jackson on our show, you can catch him on the syndicated daytime talk show, Daily Blast Live. And we look forward to catching up with Al again next Thursday when he calls back in or Zooms back in from Denver, Colorado. Later this morning, we'll hear from Mac McAnally promoting his recently released album, Once in a Lifetime. Mac, a 10-time CMA Musician of the Year award winner and longtime member of Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band. That's on the way on a Friday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The Who will put past concert performances on YouTube to raise money for cancer patients. Roger Daltrey has been a longtime supporter of the charity's Teen Cancer Trust and Teen Cancer America. Since Daltrey can't do fundraising concerts, The Who will do a 6-week YouTube series called Join Together at Home. It will start with a featurette of rarely seen footage and mini videos, followed by previously unreleased Who concert footage. It'll start Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, with 5 tracks from The Who's 1982 Shea Stadium show. That stream is free, but you are encouraged to donate to cancer charities. A lagoon with colored water can be beautiful, but in Paraguay, a lagoon is getting attention for being multicolored and partially smelly. It's the Cerro Lagoon in the city of Limpio. It's divided into 2 parts, one purple, one blue. One part stinks, the other doesn't. Turns out the lagoon was split by construction of an embankment and roadway to carry trucks to and from local factories. Over time, people noticed the color of the water on one side had changed from blue to purple, and that fish and birds were not living well there. So they suspect a tannery in the area is to blame, not only for the purple water, but for the smell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
They say 3% of the people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3% and the rest goes down the drain. I will never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3% 100% of the time.
Gotta write that down.
They say 72% of all statistics are made up right there on the spot. 84.4% of people believe them, whether they're accurate statistics or not. Now, I will never know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I need another double shot of something 9 to prove this is too much to think about. It's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt with too much to think about. They say 92% of everything you learned in high school was bullcrap that you will never need. 82% of everything you got, you bought just to satisfy your greed. Because 94% of the entire population links possessions to success, even though 80% of the wealthiest 1% of the population drinks to an alarming extent. It's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, I've got too much to think about. 82% of all statisticians truly hate their freaking jobs. The average bank robber lives within, say, about 20 miles of the bank he robs. There's this little bank not far from here I've had my eyes on now for a while. Lately, all I can think about is going out in style. Yeah! It's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt. It's too much to think about.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us. Now, can I ask you something? Yeah. Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. It must be.
Oh, I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
Yeah, no. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
Our guest is comedian Tim Northern.
Good morning.
Fresh off of a Star Search.
I'm the product of a biracial marriage. My father was African American and my mother was black.
Wow.
I found out my grandfather was colored. So.
There's been so many different names. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Tim walked in and he said he played golf yesterday at a course near here, and the course is called
Hanging Tree. Played at a course called.
You know, I don't know. Tim.
719 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update in the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Beautiful day today with sunshine and 82. Clear tonight down to 58. Sunny again Saturday, 85. Partly cloudy, 87 Sunday. We have plenty of sunshine, 57 right now.
Coming up, some serious money. Your shot at some serious cash from Q95, so pay close attention, ladies and gentlemen. I always feel like we are gathered here together. Yes, we are. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. In the big room, Ace.
Hey.
Sitting in for Chick, it's Willie G.
Hey.
Chick will be back on Mondays, doing great.
Yes.
It's Josh saying yes at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. Steven Singer urges you to check out some jewelry just because. It's time for that just because gift. Let's see. Now over there's two of them. It's Christy Lee and Christy Lee Cardboard. Or Cardboard Christy.
Am I allowed to speak?
Christy is in the... Christy is once again in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom, and we have a cardboard cutout of Christy.
Yeah.
Suitable for being in a ballpark.
Yeah.
And there's the cardboard cutout of Josh. Then there's one of Chick over there, and there's one of me right behind Mr. Godwin in the other building. Now, Pat, we gave Pat the song challenge earlier this morning. We had a news story about mac and cheese. Kraft is rebranding it, so you can have it for breakfast.
How about that?
Not that you couldn't, but now they're trying to make it seem like it's okay, which is fine. And you did a nice tribute to having mac and cheese for breakfast. We don't have your mic. Updated that?
You don't have my mic?
Yeah, we do.
A listener had said, maybe you try this song. I saw there's another song that I could do something with. I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
Once again, the background on this is that they're rebranding mac and cheese.
It's not just for dinner anymore.
That's right.
There you go. Okay.
Remember the great song Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Sure,
yeah. Deep Blue something.
Of course, my battery in the guitar went out. So you want to wait a break or want me to just...
It sounds okay to me. What do you guys think?
Tom, it's up to you, buddy.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. She said, what do you want this morning? I said, I want lovin'.
Oh.
She said she meant food. You say you could make some fried eggs, cook me up some bacon. I said, do it in the nude. Wow. Then I said, what about breakfast with mac and cheese? She said, I think I can probably make that. And I said, we should probably get a little high first. And after that, maybe we can make love. That's what we have in common. Breakfast with mac and cheese.
Bravo. That's beautiful.
I thought it was because there's Annie's is a brand of mac and cheese.
Right.
I thought it was going to be breakfast at Annie's, and you with breakfast with mac and cheese. That was so funny.
Thank you. Sorry about the guitar, everybody.
Annie's is my favorite, one of my favorite mac and cheeses too.
Okay. Well, again, we could do a whole mac and cheese show.
Oh yeah.
The white cheddar, little shells. Oh.
Okay. Nice steak on the side.
Now I'm hungry. Damn it.
Nice ribeye on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You ever get mac and cheese? Oh, sorry.
Can you get that, John?
Sure. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Bob and Tom. It's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hello, how are you?
I was wondering if I'd get a little advice.
Oh,
What?
sure.
Christy, I need you to sit this one out. I don't need you getting butt hurt.
Oh boy.
I'm having a dinner date with a special lady tonight.
Oh, nice.
And I think I want to do something classy like a champagne.
Oh, wow.
A bottle of wine, maybe a 40 of Mickey's, but not in a glass.
In a glass. Okay, good.
And it's our anniversary, so either way, we're drinking, we're going to drink something with our pinkies out.
Well, that's nice. What kind of anniversary, Donnie?
It's a 1 month anniversary.
Oh, so you've been dating this lady for a month?
Well, no, not exactly, Tommy. It's been 1 month since we got our blood work come back from Ancestry.com. Confirm we ain't related.
Was there some question that you might be related?
Oh, little. I mean, there was enough similarities that made us think it could be real possible. Like, for example, we were both born on a Wednesday. Like, how could you even begin to calculate them odds?
Yeah, sure.
We both live on the same street, and neither of us likes ketchup on hot dogs. Swear to God.
That's very common.
And the scariest thing, get this, her name is Donna Baker.
Donna. Oh, wow. Donna Baker and Donnie Baker. Wow, that's close.
I mean, that's close enough. You almost start to hear banjos. Anyways, it turns out we ain't related.
Oh, okay,
Thank God.
Good.
So tonight we're having a celebration dinner, and I decided to stop by a convenience store and pick up a nice bottle of wine.
Okay.
I don't know a whole bunch about different wines. I know there's a red and a white, but I ain't sure which would go best with conies.
I'm not a wine guy, Donnie, but I think Coney dogs probably pair
That's a
with
meat, probably
with
a red.
the red.
Yes,
Okay, there
I
you
would go red. A nice Pinot, maybe.
Yeah, I guess because hot dogs are almost red, hard-boiled, so that makes sense. But I'm thinking of going with maybe a Mexican theme, because I got these taco chips left over.
Okay, cool.
Maybe I should do like tequila instead of wine.
Okay.
But then tequila can get you, you got to pace yourself.
Yeah.
The one brand I stay away from is that Scotty Winkler, Jose Feliciano.
Jose Cuervo?
I swear to God, it'll wipe your memory. I have a friend get blind drunk drinking that stuff.
Jose Feliciano.
Swear to God.
Blind drunk.
Well, I've decided to give this whole dinner date south of the border field. I'm sitting at my carport with balloons, and we got a piñata, and I'm putting up a sign that says, the Quarantina Cantina. Swear to God.
That's fun.
I want to play some music through my Mom Phyllis's boombox. And after dinner, I thought we'd watch my favorite James Bond movie, Goldfinger.
Oh, I love Goldfinger.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I always thought Pussy Galore was way sexier than her sisters, Zsa Zsa and Ava Galore.
Yeah, she's sexy.
But it's going to be romantic, Ladies, they like a candlelight dinner, don't they, Christy?
Oh, yes, of course. Very romantic.
So that's what me and Donna Baker will be doing, sipping tequila, eating coney dogs, some taco chips at my kitchen table, candles lit.
Yeah.
They're going to be Centronella candles because I can't screen off the carport yet. The gin bags still hanging around. We're deep into August.
Yeah, what are they doing in August?
Yeah.
I don't know, Josh. Some damn chemtrails, you ask me. I better go get things set up, I hope she likes it. Who knows? Hell, that's why they say hindsight's always 50-50.
Yeah.
I gotta
Or
go.
57.
Thanks. I'm not sure what happened there. Jose Feliciano.
Yeah.
Tequila.
We'll get blind drunk.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't come out with a tequila. Everybody else has one now.
Yeah.
Why not Jose? Well, that was very interesting. Now, we were talking mac and cheese. And here's another mac and cheese. I Googled mac and cheese.
Yes, sir.
And mac and cheese news.
Yes.
This comes to us from just a couple months ago. An overturned tractor trailer spilled macaroni and cheese onto the interstate in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
No injuries were reported. WZTV reported the truck
They're on your side.
was carrying over 40,000 pounds of macaroni and cheese.
Holy cow.
Yeah, 17,000 local children showed up and cleaned it up.
Oh, that's nice of them. Yeah,
it was okay. And, it's a shame it wasn't in the winter. It would have been
what?
Chili mac.
Quite chili mac.
Chili mac.
Okay. Sorry about that.
If it was, do you hear about the couple that showed up there?
No.
The couple and another guy, they had a chili three-way.
Wow, that's kinky,
Hey, nice. Coming up, we have lots of interesting animals, both dead and alive. Coyotes, woolly mammoths, bulls, boars, alligators.
Oh, my.
Pythons. Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know why today seems to be the big day.
Animal Day. Yeah.
Right now, a special request. If you want to get a hold of us, Josh, how do you do that?
Oh, my gosh, via the Bob and Tom app, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. I say text us, 888-262-8661. I get 69 cents per text that comes in.
It's a great deal.
And it really, it does help me out a lot.
No, I think I can squeeze both these requests in. This first one, we were talking a lot about eagles on the show because there's this giant eagle's nest right near the radio station.
We haven't heard you talk about
I was going to say, update on that?
Did the eaglet go away?
I've got to get an update from the eagle lady.
Oh, okay,
But there are these eaglets, and they're right near my house. It's super cool, and it's less than a mile from here, as a matter of fact. And it's pretty amazing to see a bald eagle. They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
It is symbolic of a lot of great things, and I'd never seen one.
That was your first time ever?
Never seen. You see them on TV all the time.
No wonder you're making such a big deal of it. Yeah.
It was was so cool to see it. You just don't expect to see it. In any event, this is my 7-year-old daughter Finn's favorite song, and it's from comedian Tim Cavanaugh.
Time helps some species come back and grow stronger. I'm glad one creature's endangered no longer. I wanna fry up an eagle just to see. Fry up an eagle. Use the Colonel's recipe. It's still illegal. It shouldn't be. I need to know what one tastes like. I want to fry up an eagle. My curiosity first killed the cat who wasn't that tasty. Frankly, I want to fry up an eagle. They're dolphin free. Glenn Fry and the eagle said it subliminally. Did it, did it, they're bald. Did it, and yummy. Oh, yeah. Yeah!
Little Timmy Cavanaugh and the classic Fry Up an Eagle.
Yeah.
And then another special request. This is a little something from Mr. Obvious.
You love his plain speaking, straight shooting, no nonsense approach to solving callers' problems. You tune in to his nationally syndicated talk show every day to hear the wise insight and savvy advice he gives to his callers.
You see, caller, what you got there is a can opener. You use it to open cans.
A can opener? Huh. I never made the connection. Thanks, Mr. Obvious. You're a lifesaver.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, caller.
He's Mr. Obvious, America's favorite answer man. There's not a situation that he can't handle with his sage-like wisdom and his quick-draw wit.
Well, waste not, want not, caller.
And now, Bob and Tom Productions is proud to present a side of Mr. Obvious you never heard before.
Ah, I hit my head. Damn, that's smart. Was my mic on?
Now you can hear for the first time the Mr. Obvious that the censors didn't want you to hear. It's Mr. Obvious, too hot for radio. Mr. Obvious, too hot for radio. We can't even play it for you in this commercial. It's just too hot.
So, Mr. Obvious, I can't figure out why it's not working.
Oh, well, I can tell you why it's not working.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
It's because you're a stupid idiot. That's why it's not working, you dumb.
Cut. John, you can't say that on the air.
Look, I'm sorry, but what the this dip doesn't even know how to operate his toaster? Come on, Bill. Don't we have anyone screening these damn calls?
All right. Settle down, John.
Don't settle down, John, me. And where the are those pictures I was supposed to see? Get down on the phone. If I don't get those pictures in here by 2 o'clock, I'm going to walk off this mother. You hear me, Bill? I'm not you. I've got money. You know what that means, Bill? That means I've got enough money that I can say you, Bill. Now give me some decent callers on the phone. These calls are ponderous, man. Ponderous.
All right, John, we'll take care of it.
And where's my orange smoothie? Damn it! I asked for a damn orange smoothie like 20 minutes ago.
Mr. Obvious, raw, uncut, uncensored.
So you see my point, caller?
But no, I don't, Mr. Obvious. That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, wait a minute. What did you say, you piece of
You heard me.
Look, we've got caller ID. I'm going to have a couple of my gorillas down there getting medieval on your ass. How do you like that, Mr. Tuffy? Huh? I'll make you think stupidest thing you ever heard. I'll be watching from my yacht while the cops are fishing your bloated carcass out of the river next week, pal.
Hey, look, take it easy, Mr. Obvious. I was just kidding.
Oh, yeah, just kidding, huh? Sounds like you just made the connection, right? You just made the connection, didn't you, mother? Huh?
To order Mr. Obvious too hot for radio, call 1-800-EAT. That's 1-800-EAT.
And so, Mr. Obvious, that was the last time I ever saw her alive.
Oh, I'm sorry, caller. You've obviously mistaken me for someone who gives a
Don't be a moron. Order your tapes today. Holy.
Mr. Obvious, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes these outtakes.
Yes.
Just you never know what's going on. Welcome back. The Bob and Tom program today is the 7th of August.
Yes.
Said July. The days seem to run into one another, don't they?
Yeah, 1 month runs into the other. You never know.
Groundhog Year is what this seems like.
Yeah.
Christy Lee is right over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. What have you got?
Well, we've been doing a lot of singing today, along with Pat Godwin. An Irish pub on Spain's Canary Islands has banned Neil Diamond's song Sweet Caroline due to the coronavirus. The sign posted on front of Murphy's Irish Bar in Corralejo reads, due to the coronavirus, Sweet Caroline is banned. There will be no touching hands, reaching out, touching me, or touching you.
Oh, okay.
Owner Linda Carroll shared a photo of the sign onto Facebook where it's gone viral. While the sign is tongue-in-cheek, the effort highlights social distancing. Other bar owners have added that banning the song also prevents patrons from singing out loud, which does what? Carries possible threat of germs in the air.
Okay.
But you can still sing that, what's that band? The Divinals song, I Touch Myself.
Sure.
That's the only one you're
When
allowed
I think
to do.
about you, I touch myself. Yeah.
Okay.
I love that song. Did you like that song, Josh?
I do like it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you do the dot, 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 I won't speak to you anymore.
Oh, the Sweet Caroline?
Sorry, I'm out. I hate that.
Overdone, yeah.
Now, Pat, have you got a new battery for your guitar yet?
I do.
Oh, very nice.
Sorry about that before.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Did Christy loan you some batteries?
Oh, the implication is that Christy just carries
Yeah,
a
the
vibrator with her at all
D-cells. Yeah,
times.
that's right. Mine are rechargeable. Where have you been?
Yeah, you're right. USB. Yeah.
USB ports, dude.
That's the show. Yeah, the vibrators are to Christy what pizzas are to Josh.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Just get that right out there.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Pat, you have a song for us?
Speaking of Sweet Caroline, this is how it's done now. Where it began.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Wuhan, China. Who'd have believed it'd last this long? Was it February? I don't know. Then March became a bummer. This benign little song was a sing-along. Hands. Washing hands. There'll be no reaching out, no touching me, and no touching you. You can't sing Sweet Caroline. No, no, no. These times never seem so strange. So strange, so strange. Oh, I've been supine on my couch. We're all hoping times will change. When will they change? A little sentiment at the end.
Oh, nice.
That was great.
Tribute to Neil Diamond.
I loved it. And anytime you can get supine in a song.
Not even the chair.
Yeah.
So even if you were in a bar having fun, which I know you hate fun, you, even back in the day, you know, old Sig smoking Tommy, you wouldn't sing Sweet Caroline. You wouldn't do the bum bum bums.
No, not a fan.
I don't think the Bomb 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 started. Did Beautiful Girls start that? The movie Beautiful Girls, where they all do it in the bar and then.
Oh, I don't know.
Has it been around?
I heard
I've
it
been
in the
doing
clubs
it
before that.
Yeah, I've been doing it for years.
I'm a hypocrite about that. I hate the.
I'm a hypocrite about that.
I'll tell you why. Because I hate the dun 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 live, and I also hate it when Jimmy Buffett fans go salt, salt, salt.
Right.
I hate that.
Fins to the left, fins to the right.
But when they do Moni Moni live, I like to do the filthy interchange thing. So I obviously have no standards. It's just random.
There's certain things, like a Rocky Horror Picture Show. You go there, you yell at the screen.
Exactly.
That's fine.
There are certain pieces of media, not you.
I stand up and go, hey, I'm trying to hear the film.
You're furious.
The auteur.
You're the guy that goes to fish shows and goes, why does it sound like the studio version? Why doesn't it sound like the studio?
Yeah, Rocky Horror is a great 3/4 movie, and then the ending is just awful.
It sure does drag.
Yes.
It's more about
Maybe half.
I get it. I just for some reason I'm not a fan.
I just think it's fun that there are certain songs and certain movies and certain dances where part of it is that you're kind of yelling and ruining.
Yeah,
part
it's
of the
fun.
I know. I'm just saying that was one I don't particularly care for.
That's okay. Yeah, I don't particularly care for it either.
But
Back in the day,
play
did you
Moni
ever-
Moni, I'm in.
Did you ever go to the club and just dance?
Not really a dancer, Chrissy. I don't know if you know that. Josh?
You needed to talk. Oh, yeah. I'll cut a rug.
We'll come back and pick up this thread. We have a massive Mammoths in the news.
And we have more bars in the news.
Okay, good.
Well,
This
actually,
is,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
brewery.
this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
The best comedian, Tim Allen, is here.
He goes, oftentimes, you hear this a lot. Yeah, oftentimes the technology they learn here at the race is translated into your family car. And I went, yeah, right. This year, the Chevy's offered the Indy Celebrity, a 900 horsepower celebrity wagon. So I'm like, gosh, George, this thing's really got some pickup, doesn't it? I got to the kids to school in about 6 seconds. We're having lapping practice next week with all the other girls' PTA. She's running the Offie. I'm doing the Buick. And Betty's got the Chevy High-Tech. I pulled the trailer right out from under the boat, George. This baby's got some guts to it. Love Sears. Do you? It's the Craftsman tool department makes my nipples rock hard. She always figured we should grunt like pigs. The little primates you are. Don't speak to your mother. You grunt like the pigs you are. Ever try to take a steak away from your husband? Here, honey. We're trying to grab meat from a man while we're just like dogs. I like going through the house rewiring stuff. That's my favorite thing. Isn't those big tool belts?
Yeah.
2 cordless Makita drills hanging low. But you gotta know how to wear it, otherwise your butt crack shows. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what is that, a pencil holder over there, Bob? I'm gonna hike that up. I got some spackle. I'll figure out that butt crack. I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob. I got kids eating food in this kitchen. Get out of here. Go to Miner Me a Dovetail out there or something, Bob. I just cruise around my house like Bob Vila, with a bad headache. Just looking for stuff. I noticed Grandma's Easy Lift chair isn't moving quite as quick as I'd like it to. So I popped down the hardware store, pick up a compressor, some hose, some coax cable. I wire that sucker up. I forget Grandma lost some weight in the years I look at it. Got the 140 pounds a little too high, isn't it, Grandma? Shot that bitch halfway across the kitchen there. Doilies following her. Sorry, Grandma. I'll dial that baby down as soon as I rewire Grandpa's hearing aid. I got a preamp on that son of a bitch.
Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God.
Now that's manly.
Presiding over a symbolic condom roast in his Catholic church's parking lot in Waterbury, Connecticut. Yes,
I love those.
The Reverend Joseph Looney protested.
Mesquite condom roast. Very tasty.
I'd like that blackened, please. It makes it look bigger.
And they look so good at a shish kebab, too. A little pepper, a little bell pepper, condom, tomato.
What's the name of this Reverend?
Oh, Reverend Joseph Looney. I'm not kidding.
Unbelievable.
I'm Casey Kasem, and here's the American Top 40. Is it just my imagination, or is my head just a bit too big for my body? And here's my wife, Karima Kasem. Show him the Top 40s, honey.
Weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Rob Haney is our guest. Now, Rob, are you...
Well, I was... What, I am, as you might know, I try to be clean, and this is... I feel I might be going over the board with this, but hearing... Do you guys get CNBC here on your cable package?
Yeah.
Well, what's the show that's always about sex? It's only
Real Personal with Bob Berkowitz.
Real Personal.
Well, then back me up if you saw this. The night they had Dr. Ruth Westheimer on as a guest, and this is all true. I don't know how I'm going to clean this up. This guy calls in to ask Dr. Ruth for advice. And he said that he had been dating this girl, but he broke up with her because she had, and this is the hard part, she had extreme odor.
All right.
That's what the man said. I'm sorry, but that's what. And anyways, he said that since they had broken up, They had remained close friends. And she had dated 2 other guys, and those relationships broke off kind of suddenly. He thought maybe it was the same reason. Should I tell her? And as God is my witness, this was Dr. Ruth's advice. She said, send the girl some flowers. And on one side of the card, write a little poem, something positive, something upbeat. Which, to me, that's terrible advice. I mean, I can't imagine, can you imagine that poor guy trying to write that poem?
No.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You're real sweet, but you're woo. I've went over the line, haven't I? So that's not me. It's offensive, isn't it, Paul? You're a classy guy, and that is offensive stuff.
Did that? Are we back on the air?
We are now.
I apologize.
Did that have to be clipped?
I apologize.
Yes.
I apologize to you ladies. That's right.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Sid Gurney.
Sid.
Is at the microphone. Sid, how are you?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
I think things are going pretty good so far, don't you, Sid?
No. Last night at the bar, Bob Donnie put on these dark glasses and made me tell this lady he was blind since he was a baby.
Really?
He said my job was to help line up something for him he calls a sympathy doink. So I go up to her, but before I could say hello, Donnie yells out, "Not the fat one, Sid, a friend."
Prove it. And it wouldn't hurt you to loosen up, Sid. Joke around with women, like I do. Be more self-defecating.
It's an old Eskimo trick of how to catch a polar bear. Now, what you do is you go cut a hole in the ice, right? And then you take...
746 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much, Ace Cosby. Christy Lee has an update on the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weekend weather is going to be great. Sunny today, tomorrow, Sunday. High today, about 82. It's currently 58.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Now, don't forget, listen for that cash. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are in the big room. There's 4 of us in here. That would include Ace Cosby, host of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, which is coming up in a matter of seconds.
Oh.
Willie Griswold, my son, is sitting in for Chick McGee right now.
Hey.
Chick's doing great, by the way. Had a little thing yesterday. And,
yeah.
Doing just fine. Thank you very much. He'll be back. In his place, we do have a cardboard cutout of Chick. Again, thanks to our friends who do lots of cool stuff with cardboard. Specifically, Sean and Maria at DS Smith. We've got the cardboard cutouts, just like their fans in the stadium. There's the cardboard Christie right there. The real Christie is in the Navy Federal Credit Union.
Newsroom, yes.
What did I say?
Just I was in the Navy Federal Credit Union.
She's
like I was.
Well, you are in the Navy. You are in the Navy Federal Credit Union.
I could use a loan.
You could use a loan?
Yeah.
What's your credit rating?
0.
That's amazing because I think isn't the lowest you can have 200?
Yeah, that's me then.
Okay. Let's see. No, there's Josh over there. There's cardboard Josh. Then there's the real Josh sitting in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Pat Godwin, as we mentioned, is in the other room over there. But right now, to liven up the proceedings,
yeah.
I think it's only appropriate that we go this direction. And these aren't really jokes. These are observations about education, contemporary society, and culture.
We got the Woolly Mammoth story coming up. So did some research.
Yeah.
I learned that most archaeologists are single. It's because they mostly do carbon dating.
Yeah, we have a lot of real dating. Yeah, real face-to-face dating.
The carbon dating.
Yeah,
carbon
that's very
joke.
clever.
That's pretty fun.
I like it.
Very timely.
Maybe
I
next
thought
week
it was
like
nice.
a carbon paper joke coming up. When's the last time you saw that, by the way?
What is a carbon copy
paper?
of something?
Yeah.
But we still use the word carbon copy.
Yeah.
But carbon paper, gone.
There are. I've seen them, but
I mean, I'm sure you can still get whiteout and carbon paper and a mimeograph machine. But
right.
I don't see them real often.
It has been a while since
When I had a plumber over, he filled out the top sheet, pulled it apart, and gave me the bottom sheet.
Right, they do that, but
I
I
guess
don't.
it's with carbon paper, but it copies into that.
Right, sure, yeah.
Well, I remember back in the day, there was a big scam when credit cards would be printed on paper. You'd get your receipt, and they'd throw the carbon away, and then people would go through dumpsters, get the carbons, and steal your ID.
Yeah.
We've gotten much more sophisticated now when it comes to stealing your ID. We don't need no stinking carbon paper. Let's see, where were we? I know we were going to check in with Christy Lee over there at at the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Ace brought up the mammoth. Might as well talk about it. The well-preserved skeleton of a woolly mammoth has been found by reindeer herders in Siberia.
So stop right there. Living in Siberia, I imagine pretty rough.
Yeah, tough climbs. Yeah.
You have to herd the reindeer?
Sure. They're not just going to herd themselves.
That's got to be a dull. I bet they probably have terrible cell phone service.
I wonder what kind of dog has to do that job.
You're out there with a grog trying to... But grog, that's the guy's name.
That's a traditional Siberian name.
Sure.
Everybody knows that, Pat. Keep up.
Last week, the local herders found part of the animal's skull, lower jaw, a few ribs, and a foot fragment with sinews still intact.
Wow.
In the shallows of Pekavalavato Lake. Siberia is undergoing a heat wave, and the UN Weather Agency warned that the average temperatures were 18 degrees above average last month, so we might see more.
Okay.
Yeah, they're expecting to find a whole bunch more of these things.
Cool.
And, of course, the Woolly Mammoth has its own song. I think we're all familiar with this great song.
Great song.
Woolly Mammoth.
Great nonsense lyrics.
Woolly Mammoth. Woolly Mammoth.
Oh, that's fine.
That song was written about a woman this guy knew who had the pubes of Larry Zonka.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
very hairy man.
All right, speaking of pubes.
Now, I just think it's, first of all, reindeer herder.
Yeah, you don't hear that very often,
Well,
do
you
you?
got to do it. Otherwise, Santa's going to come steal them all.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for Santa.
Santa's wanting more reindeer. He wants to go. He wants like a fleet of sleds.
No one talks about the Santa industrial complex, and it's about time we got into it.
Yeah, Big Santa's really causing trouble.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker in a red coat, and I'm done with it.
He literally is a red coat.
He's a damn red coat.
Never thought about that. Big fan. So anyway, the average temperature is up 18 degrees.
18 degrees, yeah. So what does that make it? 20 below zero? I don't know.
Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? I assume.
No, it's Fahrenheit.
Okay.
18 beyond. So that's pretty serious. I don't know. You hear about these scientific ways that the Earth is going to end and all this disease and stuff. Wouldn't it be cooler if it was scary monsters?
No.
Wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't you be a lot happier if you woke up tomorrow morning and they said, "Hey, this is amazing. They found the cure for coronavirus, but a 400-foot sea lizard ate part of Greenwich Village last night."
Yes.
You go, "Hey, at least it's cool."
Yeah, that is neat.
Yeah, when they make the movie about the cure for this, it's just going to be. And by the way, could we stop could we prevent the people in the news every time they talk about this every night? You see the picture of the multiple pipette thing.
Pipette thing?
Yeah, they go into the lab. You know what I'm talking about? And
What's
they have
a
that
pipette?
The glass,
like a beaker.
A beaker?
No.
But they are. The pipettes. The
aren't those
droppers.
the things that look like eyedroppers?
Yeah, they look like eye droppers.
Every time they do the story, every night on the news, they go into a lab, and I'm sure it's great work. We need it. It's obviously they're looking for the cure, but do you know what I'm talking about? It's kind of that cliche picture.
Yeah,
stock footage.
Anonymous people in white coats picking up that thing. It looks like it's got 15 Bic pens full of fluid on it. They put it across something, and like we're supposed to know. Oh, obviously that's the Johnson scissor flop method of what the hell are they doing?
You're still watching the news, huh?
Yeah, good for you.
I figured I'll just hear when there's.
I'm with you.
There's a big.
What I'm doing now is I skate through the first 15 minutes and just look at the various pictures. There's the president. There's someone who hates the president. There's somebody else. There's a guy in a doctor suit.
Yeah.
There's a number of. There's a graveyard. Okay. And then
Some
now
signs.
Here comes the good stuff.
I do the same thing, but there's Sam Malone and there's Coach and there's Cheers. That's all I'm doing.
So you would rather get eaten by a monster, is what you're saying. This is a man who is afraid of the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Exactly.
And I think it's cool.
I'm just saying it more. When they make the movie about this, no one's going to go.
No.
Yeah, I'm certainly.
But if they make a movie about a monster eating Greenwich Village, hey, cool.
Yeah.
Got bridges to blow up and fun stuff.
Later, hippies.
God, I miss going to the movies.
Eat the jazz lettuce.
Yeah, Christy, I was just like, it's kind of hot out today. I want to go out. What can I do? I'll go to the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was a big
No fountain Coke, no popcorn. It sucks.
Now, this news story about these woolly mammoths in Siberia.
Yes.
And I'm dreaming this, but didn't they say that
they may be able to do some kind of a clone with a real elephant or something.
Yeah, we had talked about that before, how they were going to potentially be able to do something with Woolly Mammoth.
Shouldn't we leave it alone? Maybe it's extinct for a reason.
How funny would it be if sometimes it just goes, ladies and gentlemen, the Woolly Mammoth, and pulls the curtain, and it's just an elephant in a wig.
Well, I bet that's probably happened. I think we're dumb enough as a society to go, hey, cool, did you see that? I think it'd be fun. You don't think they should screw around with woolly mammoths?
No, I don't.
What if they found out the woolly mammoth's liver was the cure for COVID?
Well,
how in the world would they know
some
that?
onions and let's get eating.
Speaking of onions, did you see that thing?
No, I did. They've been recalled in a few states.
Yeah, there's an onion recall for certain prepared foods. I'll dig that up for you. What else have you got? I'll tell you what, just give me the teaser, Christy.
Oh, we have pubic hair in the news.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Pat?
What?
Pubic hair in the news. You ready, son?
Oh, my gosh. Ready. This is Pat's day today.
Oh, he's 3 home runs.
Yeah,
that's very sweet of you, Tom.
It's like every story has a song with it.
The kid from Philly's on fire today.
On fire, Willie.
Yeah.
Kid Philly.
That's me, Josh.
Now, Pat, is Jimmy here?
He is. I got him yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, so your son is 9 years old, right?
Yeah, we went to the pool already. Had a
that was my question. I was going you moved this new bachelor pad.
Yeah, it's fun.
And having a child can be like an attraction for the ladies.
I actually was talking with somebody. It was a nice day.
Yeah,
that can be the icebreaker.
But Jimmy
can go over and set some young lady's towel on fire and strike up a conversation.
Did Jimmy really fart on your stomach?
He did that thing with his mouth, and it was very embarrassing. He wouldn't stop.
Oh, the old Zerbert.
The old raspberry.
That's cute.
He wouldn't stop.
I said, Jimmy, I'm going to kill you. He was quite the CB yesterday.
Yeah, I bet.
Is there a diving board at that pool?
No.
Yeah, probably not.
They don't have those anymore unless you're grandfathered in.
Okay.
Some of the older pools do.
So he can't I guess he can cannonball off the side.
He did that. He had a good time. Met another kid, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad.
Oh, there was another kid there,
Yeah,
huh?
7-year-old. It was fun.
Oh, good.
Does the 7-year-old have a hot mama?
He did.
Oh, here we go.
Dum 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 dum. Yeah, that'll work. That's great.
Don't give up too much information on the first couple of dates.
There's no dates yet. I was just hanging at the pool.
Well, hopefully she has a Bob Hoskins fetish.
She could be my Jessica.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a fascinating joke. When we come back, we have trucks and animals in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Hey, head on over to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Subscribe now at no cost to you. It's absolutely free, and you can become a member of Bob and Tom's YouTube channel family. Over 100,000 other Bob and Tom fans across the world have already clicked that button. Why not join them? Go to bobandtom.tv or just search YouTube for Bob and Tom TV. Subscribe now and watch Bob and Tom Tonight, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, plus the Bob and Tom archives and highlights right there on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Check it out today.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Washington talks on vital COVID-19 rescue money teetering on the brink of collapse after a marathon meeting in the Capitol Thursday night. generated a wave of recrimination, but little progress on the top issues confronting negotiators. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said there's a handful of very big issues that we're still very far apart on, depicting a stalemate on aid to states and local governments and renewing supplemental unemployment benefits. In other news, economists have forecast that U.S. employers added 1.6 million jobs in July. That would normally be a wonderful job gain, but still far short of June's 4.8 million increase and May's 2.7 million. It would show that hiring is weakened, and it would mean that the economy has still regained just 40% of the jobs lost since the pandemic intensified in March and triggered a deep recession. And ready to pack up and fly away to another country? If the answer is yes, you'll want to check out the latest guidelines on the subject from the State Department. The federal agency has rescinded its warnings to Americans against all international travel because of the coronavirus pandemic. However, there's still about 20 locations where restrictions remain in effect. Those are listed on the State Department website. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think the cicadas are coming next year because I remember being a kid and going, you know what? The next time these cicadas come, I'll be happily married.
Now, do you want to be happily married, Willie?
Who cares anymore, right? It's all over.
It's not all over.
I think Willie's got it made right now. He's got a hip bachelor pad.
Sure. I'm hanging out. I'm doing well.
You don't even have to cut the grass.
I don't.
I got my grass guy doing that.
Really?
Of course, Willie's got a grass guy, but
Yeah.
not the same person. He has a much nicer car.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Day's done. Go grab a shower. Let's hit the pub. It's happy hour. If we get bombed, who gives a damn? I'm not as drunk as you think I am. Those chicks right there don't look too good, but 3 more beers, I guess I would. It's either them or my right hand. I'm not as think as you drunk I am. So buy another round. We'll sit right here and drink them down. Get everyone another beer. You'll have to kick us out of here. Say, are you girls waiting on your friends? What did you say? You're lesbians. Bartender, cancel those 2 drinks. I'm not as in as you drunk, I think. This beer is moving like a train. I think my lizard needs a drain. But first I'll have a double shot. I'm drunk, you think, as you am is not. So buy another round. We'll sit right here and drink them down. Get everyone another beer. You'll have to kick us out of here.
802 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
And here's a quick forecast from Christy.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. That means short. Sunshine, high 82, currently sunny and 60.
Thank you very much. Now, Ace and I have a lot in common.
We ski?
Both ski, of course. And we both are friends with Dr. Lanter. And Dr. Lanter's our eye guy. And Ace and I had the same procedure done, which is lenses placed inside our eyes like contact lenses, but they stay there forever.
Wow.
And they've corrected my vision so much so that I don't have to wear reading glasses anymore. And I can drive without glasses at night. I can drive without glasses all the time, and I can get off-the-rack shades. Thank you, Dr. Lanter. Chick McGee had the LASIK surgery. You've been hearing about that. Dr. Lanter's been doing that for a long time. He is the guy. And they're doing, of course, keeping up with all of the current protocols to make sure you're safe. But maybe it's time you got those eyes checked. A lot of things can go wrong. He spotted a detached retina that I had last summer. Got that all fixed up. Thank you, Dr. Lanter. Once again, it's like Lantern, except there's no end. Dr. Lanter. Find Dr. Lanter on Facebook. Have your eyes checked, okay? It's very important. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I've got some visual stuff going on right now. I'm going to have to urge you to watch the Bob and Tom YouTube show tonight. Someone actually took the time and trouble to capture a moment on the show this morning. As we pointed out, I'm sure you've heard about all the cardboard cutouts at the ball games, filling up the stadiums. They've got them in the stands. It's kind of a sweet thing. It's kind of funny. These beautiful cutouts were made for us of Josh and Christy and yours truly and Chick. And they were made by the DS Smith Company. They're beautiful. There's a perfect photograph of us. As a point of comedy, we placed the cardboard Josh right next to real Josh.
Yeah. There he is.
And but earlier this morning, in an unplanned moment, someone actually did a screenshot of this. It's Josh making the exact same gesture that cardboard Josh makes. Inadvertently, you weren't aware that you were doing it. Now you can tell which is which because Josh has a full beard and cardboard Josh only has the Van Dyke goatee, whatever you want to call it.
And real Josh visibly upset.
That's because
about something.
You were upset.
There's sort of a total difference. The cardboard Josh is like, "Hey, what you doing here? Good to see ya." And then real Josh is going, "What are you doing here?"
Same exact hand gestures.
It's kind of the masks of the.
That's when you were angry about my questioning why on earth you would carry your phone in your front pants pocket while in a car.
Yeah, because I don't want to look at it.
Really?
Yes.
Why don't you just put it in the back seat then?
Why? When it could be in my pocket. It's so much more convenient.
No, but you can't get it.
That's fine. I don't need to get it.
Well, then put it in the back seat.
No, because then I have to get out. When I get out, it's not just in my pocket.
So you have to get it then, Your Honor. I rest my case. This is Tom.
Yes, you won that one.
This is Tom. Josh is over there in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. But check out IHateStevenSinger.com and get some jewelry. Yeah, get it for her, get it for yourself, get it for him, whatever you want to do. It's a just because gift.
Just because.
Willie G sitting in Chick's chair today. Chick will be back Monday. Chick had a little procedure done yesterday. He's feeling great.
How about ya? Does that get close?
Yeah. I like the enthusiasm.
That sounds a little too youthful and happy.
Life hasn't beat him down
yet. Add some sorrow and bitterness. Go ahead and try it that way. How about you? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Ace Cosby is our engineer. Pat Godwin, 3 at-bats, 3 home runs today. Or was it 4 home runs? I don't know. I want to hear that one again in just a second. Patty G's in the other building. We have got him wired in and piped in through the big screen over there. And as long as the fire department doesn't come in here, we're fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wires everywhere.
Some of them may be arcing.
Okay, very good.
No, it's been gassed down very properly and professionally.
I know.
Oh, there's tape on the ground.
This is radio. They can't see it. Where were we? I know, Christy.
Where were we?
Christy, we have some stuff we want to get to over there.
Yeah, conservation officers in British Columbia came to the rescue of a coyote found with a glass jar stuck over its head. The British Columbia Conservation Office Service said in a Facebook post that officers responded Tuesday to the report of a coyote with its head stuck in a glass jar in the Maple Ridge area.
Did the Roadrunner have a jar of glue and
they were able to
honey
free
on it?
Oh, they didn't have to free it because an anvil fell down from the sky.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Wow.
No, yeah. Actually, no. If you read the rest of the story, the officers got the jar off the coyote's head.
You know, I would if I had the rest of the
and
story.
actually, Christy, this is actually interesting.
Yeah.
When they got the jar off the coyote's head, they got it off in a jiffy.
All right. In a jiffy?
A jiffy.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Oh, yeah, because peanut butter comes in a glass jar.
Yes.
Everyone knows that.
It does.
It does.
Some.
No, I've got plastic.
Some are plastic now, but...
Well, apparently a lesser peanut butter. Is Jif in plastic now?
Yeah, you only get glass peanut butter. You only get peanut butter in a glass jar. Dang. You only get peanut butter in a glass jar if you're balling. It wasn't even worth it. It wasn't.
No, it was a lot of work for
Wow.
nothing.
Time now for Joke Autopsy with your host, Josh Arnold.
Oh, this is DOA.
Yeah. So it's Jiffy. No one likes the
Jiffy.
Okay, sorry.
We go from
Are you
British.
sure it's not in a glass jar?
Yes.
Yeah, they're now all.
They're all plastic. Where
You
the
can
hell
probably.
you been?
There's probably a peanut butter out there in
I'm
glass.
sure the organic.
Yeah, the brand you
Right.
Yeah,
the
whatever
stuff I
you
get,
buy.
like what's it called, like Marathonies or something? That's in
What?
What?
Marathonies.
Organic? Yeah, it starts with an M.
Organic grass-fed peanut butter.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Do you have to stir it? I hate that.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, yeah,
too.
it's all separated like
Yes.
some kind of weird parfait.
Yes.
Somebody recently posted somewhere that the jar said, now with more room to stir, and they said, or less peanut butter, which I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, that is a scam.
Yes.
Yeah, and what about all that air in the potato chips?
Yeah, there's a lot of that going. If you look at the bottom of a peanut jar, that dome at the bottom tends to get taller and taller.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then when you have
I have an idea, Smithers. Make the jar bigger, but put a bigger dome in the bottom. We'll really screw them.
And the great thing about that peanut butter, you go from really oily peanut butter to the driest dry because the oil doesn't make it all the way to the
It's like
bottom.
one of those dried mud fields in the desert.
Yes.
10,000 years ago, there was water here.
In my research, I found that just because something is more expensive does not mean it's better.
You're right.
It does not mean that at all.
Absolutely right,
It
Willie.
just means you can trick rich people into buying dumb stuff.
Maybe a little healthier, but not worth it.
I am literally watching this poor coyote
Oh, my God.
getting this is so sweet.
Well, would you tell us the rest of the story since we didn't get it?
Yeah,
How'd they get it off his head?
They
shot it.
They obviously, there is no more story, Christy. There's just a video that I'm watching. They obviously tranquilized the coyote, and the woman is she put on gloves and she's rubbing what looks like some kind of lube,
like KY or
I doubt it.
Astroglide, some cocoa butter.
Why does this coyote smell like strawberry?
Your own spit.
That's just me. Is Astroglide? Do they have the dog on the?
We're going in the back.
I was going to go with. I can't even say it. I was going to go with. I can't get.
Easy.
I can't get the joke.
Nope, we're over. He's done.
I can't get it out.
He's done,
I'm
you
sorry.
guys.
Rut Rex.
Rut Rex.
What is it?
Rut Rex.
What, Rex?
No.
Yes,
Think it
let's
through.
Think about it, Willie.
It's very funny.
I'll tell you later.
Willie, I'll write it down for you.
Rut
But if I hold it up,
I have
then
a
I'm
feeling
in
the next break, I'm going to walk in the hallway. Christy's going to go, what the hell's wrong with you,
Rut
Dan?
Rex on the rear date?
It's my Earth Day.
He got it.
That's fun. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, you got the birthday joke out.
The third date is what I said.
I thought you said on his birthday.
Third
That's
date.
That's why Astro's shocked.
Isn't Astroglide the birthday joke?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, in the words of the real Astro. Okay, thank you very much. I completely lost my place. Oh, so this little coyotes, they're literally putting lubricant on the. She's reaching by his neck and greasing up the.
So they were able to slip the jar off. They didn't have to break it with a ball peen hammer or something.
I guess, yeah. I haven't watched the end of the thing, so you would have thought of the story. They would have told you how they got her.
Yeah, you would think.
Sorry.
Nobody knows journalism anymore.
Inverted pyramid
Who,
people.
what, where, when, why, and how. Come on. Damn it.
Coming up, we have a somewhat revelatory story in the realm of snack food.
Is that right?
Yes. This is fascinating.
What kind of snacks we talking here? Savory, sweet?
All kinds. And this is really interesting. Parents, this is a massive survey, and they found out that parents are hiding their snacks from their kids during the pandemic because they're eating them themselves.
All right.
Hiding the kids' snacks from them or
From
hiding
the kids. They're hiding the kids' snacks from the kids.
We don't want the kids to eat all these. We're going to eat them.
Oh.
It's a huge survey, more than 1,000 people. It doesn't say what the snacks are, but where do you think, let me just do a real quick question here. What do you think the most popular hiding place to hide snacks from kids would be? This is really obvious.
Bedside table.
Under your bed.
Keep going. Any more guesses? Where would you hide snacks from the
Mom's
kids?
underwear drawer.
What kind of a kid were you?
A fat pervert.
So you'd look in your mom's underwear drawer, would you?
The dishwasher, because they never go into that.
Or the oven.
Yeah.
Those are all good guesses. They're all wrong.
What is it?
The high shelves. It's so obvious.
Oh, my God. So how many kids are we talking about? We're talking about little kids then?
A mom wants more goldfish.
Yeah.
She's hiding them. She's putting them in the
Gotcha.
top shelf so the kid can't reach it.
Yeah, okay. We'll find out more about that.
What's your go-to snack?
Who?
Me? Coffee.
God, you're so boring. My gosh.
I'm not a snack guy. What's yours, Josh?
I try not to have them because I would eat them all. Pretzels and Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah,
the one. Yeah, I don't snack. I actually just eat 5 full meals every day.
That's the way to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys don't snack? You
What do
don't
you
like
snack
popcorn?
on, Christy? I've seen you.
I have popcorn, Cheez-Its, tortilla chips, guacamole dip.
one?
I count them out, maybe, yes.
Well, when we come back,
5 to 10.
we'll find out more about that. Also, we have a great pickup truck story in the news and a huge alligator hunk. We have 5 alligator stories, all coming out just recently, so we'll see what's going on. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, if you got a Bob and Tom fan in your life, head on over to bobandtomstore.com and check out our selections of T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts. Get that Bob and Tom fan in your life a Bob and Tom hat. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. By the way, that's bobandtomstore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The Who will put past concert performances on YouTube to raise money for cancer patients. Roger Daltrey has been a longtime supporter of the charities Teen Cancer Trust and Teen Cancer America. Since Daltrey can't do fundraising concerts, The Who will do a 6-week YouTube series called Join Together at Home. It will start with a featurette of rarely seen footage and mini videos, followed by previously unreleased Who concert footage. It'll start Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, with 5 tracks from The Who's 1982 Shea Stadium show. That stream is free, but you are encouraged to donate to cancer charities. A lagoon with colored water can be beautiful, but in Paraguay, a lagoon is getting attention for being multicolored and partially smelly. It's the Cerro Lagoon in the city of Limpio. It's divided into 2 parts, one purple, one blue. One part stinks, the other doesn't. Turns out the lagoon was split by construction of an embankment and roadway to carry trucks to and from local factories. Over time, people noticed the color of the water on one side had changed from blue to purple, and that fish and birds were not living well there. So they suspect a tannery in the area is to blame, not only for the purple water, but for the smell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Today is every Monday, a morning college lecture. Taking notes on Socrates and other useless crap. From Kierkegaard to Nietzsche and all those stupid douchebags who couldn't find their asses with a flashlight and a map. I've heard it all before. I failed this class last year. I know exactly what this lecture needs. A wet t-shirt contest with the girls from Master Beta, the Kappas and the Thetas, and that redhead in my row. We'll spray them with cold water, they'll jiggle and read Plato. I'll cheer them on as Aristotle Jr. starts to grow. That's when I wake up. Monday mornings suck. Monday mornings really suck. It's another Monday morning, our weekly office meeting. I'm very much hungover and this room is really bright. My dumbass boss starts talking about how to cut expenses. I
should have stayed in bed and tapped that girl I met last night. I've heard this crap before. I should raise my hand. I know exactly what this meeting needs. A wet t-shirt contest with the ladies from accounting, plus all the secretaries and that one girl I don't know. Jump on the conference table, we'll spray them with cold water. Their shirts become transparent and their tatas start to show. That's when I wake up. Monday mornings suck. Monday mornings really suck. No matter where your Monday morning finds you, you can turn a frown into a grin. Just grab a great big bucket of cold water.
20 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show. And Josh?
Yes, I'm here with the weather. Today will be between 8 degrees and 102. Somewhere in there. Dress accordingly.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit. There could be rain, snow, or sun, depending on what time of day it is.
I can tell you what temperature is now.
The question is, where is Christy?
It's 61 degrees.
You weren't in the room either. Where's Christy?
It's radio. How would they know that?
They're watching on YouTube.
Oh, hi, Christy.
Hi.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's great. I was talking to Mike Mark.
I was fixing the coffee machine. Okay, let's go. What do we got going on?
Well, we have weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 82 today. Clear tonight down to 58. Plenty of sun for the weekend. 85 Saturday, 87 Sunday. Sunny and 62 now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Keep listening for your shot at some serious cash in the form of... it could be $10, $100 bills.
That works.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be 1,000 singles, whatever you want.
Oh.
It's some cash, and you could be winning it. You got a shot at that coming up on Q95 many times today, I think, including real soon.
All right.
I'm just going to be kind of vague and put it that way.
Ace said it was 61 degrees. Christy said 62. I don't know who to believe.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll find out in a second.
You know what?
And, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hope everyone's doing okay. We have a lot to cover here. A lot of things have been happening. I love it in the news, and they say, breaking as we go on the air.
Still no decision in the... Oh, great.
Why did you even bring it up?
Once again, my new theory. Can we please trade coronavirus for sea monsters? So, sure, we lose as many people, but it's more fun.
Well, we also lose many buildings.
We have our drone following the sea monster. He appears to be attacking Miami instead of this insidious, invisible terror. Okay.
I see what you're saying. You want to be able to see the threat.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
What did you say, Ace?
I thought we were talking snacks.
Yeah,
we're talking snacks, Ace.
Sea monsters snack on humans?
Okay. There you see. Nice time.
Yes, thank
I'm
you.
surprised you guys don't snack. Nobody snacks?
I'm just
now I've been trying to behave myself, so no.
All right.
Just, with the era we live in, I would love to watch a sea monster get politicized.
Oh, it absolutely would be.
It would definitely, yeah. It's everything would somehow be political
Well, there's no sea monster by me, so I don't believe in sea monster. Move on. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Can I step out for just 1 second? I'll be right back.
Yeah, you got to take a dump.
Gotta go poo-poo.
No, I have a table behind the screen, and I left some stories over there because I was reading them.
Not be so just crass.
I have another sports story if you want to do that.
Obviously, she doesn't have to, as you put it, take a dump because the Christie's on the pot dump light isn't on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With camera 7.
That's right, yes.
Or what's wrong with you? Then the Chuck Berry cam is being fixed.
For our really
so we don't
VIP
get to see it emerging.
God, that's creepy in so many ways.
Well, we're making a lot of money. Go on.
Someone just sent me this.
What?
It's a picture of one of my favorite guitar players and singers, John Mayer.
Uh-huh.
He's standing. He's saying thank you to his Range Rover dealer.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
Standing in front of the new Defender, which are almost impossible to get right now. But thank God John Mayer's got one. Finally, he can get some chicks.
Yeah.
When they see him in the Range Rover. Oh, my God.
He deserved a break.
That guy has a Range Rover.
Well, wasn't it custom
Oh, he's
made?
a world-class guitar player and a great singer-songwriter?
Hey, times are hard for everybody right now. And John Mayer might just need to do a little
Well,
range.
his was custom made with like a camper on top or something.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Incredible.
It looks cool.
And he's standing there by himself in front of it.
Yeah, right.
Which, I mean, that means if you could move the camera over, you'd have the woman frantically taking off her clothes.
I thought the funny thing was that he was swiped to see what camping on a roof was like 10 years ago, and it's just him on top of a different Range Rover. Like, it was such a...
Again, these are hard times
Yes.
for all of us.
Well, speaking of hard times, an unopened case of 1986-87 Fleer baseball cards sold for more than $1.78 million in an auction conducted.
No kidding.
Yep.
What?
Thursday night. The auction house described the box as the holy grail of all modern items and possibly the last one left in sports card collecting hobby.
Okay.
Nice.
The case,
What
the
year
case
is it
includes
from?
12 wax boxes with 36 packs to a box.
So we don't even know what's in them.
No. Once in a great while, this is a quote, a single box is offered in auction or a small find of several boxes is discovered, but we were unable to find when and if a factory sealed case has ever been offered. A description of the case read at the auction house website. Our research couldn't even find a box that was designated from as a sealed
So what year is it?
85, 86?
87, 86, 87.
Okay.
The most coveted basketball, sorry. Oh, it's a basketball pack, sorry. The most coveted card in the case is the Michael Jordan rookie card.
Gotta be, yeah.
That's why I got confused. That's crazy.
So it's in there, theoretically.
Theoretically.
Unless the guy had an iron.
They speculated the case.
and a coffee pot,
Right.
or a teapot, steamed it
Teapot with
open, and
They speculated the case should contain 36 Jordan rookies and 36 stickers.
Oh, man.
36 seems
that's
high,
a
but
lot.
man, oh man.
so will the person open it up?
I'd imagine so, and I guess that rookie
no,
Jordan cards are selling for almost $100,000 ever since the Last Dance documentary.
So if you have 36 of them,
Well,
you're
the
getting
thing
your
is,
money back.
You wouldn't want to release all of them, though.
No,
Right.
you'd slowly do it, but still you
You
recoup
want to
your
flood the
money.
market with. Yeah, who are these people that have that kind of money?
I don't know.
Huh.
There's a. Wow, that's amazing.
That is
Again,
pretty
hard
wild.
times for everybody.
Yes, isn't it?
Well, let's see. I could help school children eat or.
Buy some basketball cards, yeah.
Okay, nice. Where were we, Christy? Oh, we were talking snack food?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is really an interesting story, and I just saw this. It's from The Takeout.
I think I've ever hid snacks from my kids.
Well, this says a recent survey of more than 1,000 parents. 57% said they were snacking more during the pandemic.
That's true.
I think we're all eating more.
We're all doing that.
But apparently, guess this one, Josh. What do you think is the key time of day that most adults are snacking?
2 p.m.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
Willie, do you have your thoughts?
I would say like 2, 3 p.m. I think. When
Yeah,
that
the answer is
crash comes.
3:47 in the afternoon.
Okay.
That's the average.
See, that's when I usually snack, but I thought it was just because our schedule was so weird.
Yeah,
that-
you know what? That's what I did because I had lunch
Yeah.
at like 10:45.
Right. So I'm so hungry by 3 o'clock.
I'm getting used to the schedule. On Tuesday, I got off air and I got a cheeseburger at 10:15 in the morning.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a great cheeseburger.
And then when I want to eat dinner at 5, and my kids are like, "Why are we eating so early?" And I'm like, "Because
I have the opposite
starving."
Do you?
Well, I can't really. I can eat it. We can eat lunch at 1:30. Oh, really?
Well,
I've had nothing.
yeah.
I got up at 2 a.m. I had a kale shake.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot somebody.
So what time do you have dinner at your house?
Go out with your friend Mark and have lunch.
Last night we had dinner
It's
at, like,
okay. We
6.
don't have to have lunch with the girls, though. They'll be fine without their dad. They're going to be real soon anyway. What? I just want to have a snack.
Sounds like you're doing an impression of somebody.
A little passive aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah, who could that be, Bob? Who are you talking about there?
These are jokes, eh? So,
Are they?
So back to the food thing. This is the most interesting thing to me is that all these parents say they are hiding snacks from their kids, but then they're eating them.
Right.
And again, the hiding places, this is according to this survey from The Takeout, the most popular hiding places, parents reported the top shelves, the higher shelves, 51%.
Not for me.
In the bedroom, 48%.
Okay.
In my car, 28%.
Yeah. No,
This is almost a fifth of the people, just over a fifth. 21% said they disguise it as another snack.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, yeah. You put it in the chipped beef.
Who snacks on chipped beef?
No one. That's why you hide the chocolate there.
That can't work very well when someone's just pulling a Snickers out of a thing of trail mix. It's not going to look.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
The car one, you have to be careful. I worked at a summer camp and I confiscated chocolate from a counselor who just it was no big deal that he had it, but you can't have it in front of the kids and then animals can get into the cabin. So I confiscated it. I put it in my car, forgot about it in a break, and the next day I came back, there was chocolate melted all over the back seat.
It's very Griswoldian.
Yeah.
Griswoldian.
I did the same thing with cassettes. This puts a date on it.
Cassettes can melt?
Yeah.
When I moved to Florida, it was the cassette era, and thank God they were the best. I mean, I really loved cassettes, and still do. But I had a big plastic thing and it held like 40 cassettes.
Sure.
And I just had moved to Florida and came out one day to my car, and it had just, imagine if you had taken a huge plastic box of cassettes and put them in your oven at 400 for about 10 minutes. You couldn't open it. It had completely melted.
Such a bummer.
Yeah, and it was the worst. But
Where'd you live in Florida?
Well, it's funny you'd ask, Chris. I lived in several places.
Yeah.
Christie.
Altamont Springs.
Right.
Yeah. Of course.
That's in Orlando.
Winter Park in Greater Orlando.
Yes.
And then I, of course, moved to DeLand.
Oh, DeLand. Why do they call it DeLand?
It's near DC.
Do you know why he stopped? Listening to tapes?
Why?
Because the CD.
Was it a CD? The CD.
There's finally a new joke there. After all these years.
Great.
Did you prefer cassettes to CDs?
Oh, I just liked them.
I mean, I liked them, but when CDs came along, weren't you like, okay, this is way better?
Boy, a lot better.
Well,
quality-wise, of course.
And
I mean, I don't want to get into an audiophile argument about this, but
boy.
There was something good about cassettes. And then, not to get too sad, but the books on cassette were great, especially for people like my mom, who was blind, and she couldn't re-cue a CD.
Yeah, you're right.
You couldn't operate the machinery.
Yeah.
She couldn't. So I went on the air one day and I said, anybody got any great books on cassette for my mom? And so many people sent it to me, and my mom was eternally grateful.
That's great.
So thank you, everybody. And the cassette is actually...
And she liked smut, right? She liked the Harlequin romance.
Diary of a London Lady.
Right. Story of
Backdoor Barney. That was her favorite.
Really
you low life.
She was into the Fabio, even though she couldn't see him.
I just lost my place in my mental. No, what did I just hear? Somebody's doing a. Some major artist is doing a huge re-release, and they're doing the 12 vinyl albums from some special vinyl machine.
Is it the Who?
It could be, but whoever it is, they're doing.
Is it the vinyl? Is it the one in Nashville that Jack White operates? Is that maybe?
I don't know, but it's not it's a release of some. It's a whole thing, but they're not just doing vinyl. They're doing vinyl, CD, digital, and they're doing cassettes.
Oh wow!
Which I thought, and then the cassette made a big comeback because of that.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, my kids have them.
There's only one cassette factory apparently left. Yeah, there are a number of vinyl spots, but yeah.
Yeah, there was Urban Outfitters was selling cassettes for a while because that's where I got them for the kids.
They were kind of cool.
Yeah, my daughter's still big into vinyl. We had a whole stack of vinyl here at the door.
The worst though was the 8-track because the 8-track right in the middle of a song, it would go to the next track, so it would. And remember, we were talking to Peter Frampton about it, and he knew exactly where and Do You Feel Like We Do, where it would right in the middle of it click over.
Longer song,
I think every once in a while he'd be doing a live performance of it just for the hell of it to say click. For those that had grown up listening to it that way.
We love you, Peter.
We used to buy cassettes, take them out, and then use them to store things.
I had a friend who had a small business in high school. I'll just put it that way. Who used cassettes to deliver.
So the case, not the actual cassette itself. I'm
exactly.
like, that's a lot of work.
I said to store things.
Yeah.
You said small business.
So not the cassette though, just the
cassette
itself.
case.
Yeah.
So the so-called jewel case.
So if your parents saw you walk in with a cassette,
I think you're being too modest, Josh. Let's just tell the truth here. Josh would sell bologna to his friends in CD cases.
That's right. I knew where to get the finest cuts. And
did you ate all your profits?
Well, that was the problem, isn't it? You never
It had to be cut really thin.
I saw somewhere online, somebody said they got something on eBay or whatever, and they shipped it in a DVD case. Because it's with the DVD in it, because you can just get them at thrift stores. It's super cheap.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to get crushed in there.
Okay, well, I have a weird theory that one of these days, everyone who still has CDs and has DVDs is going to be going na when there's some legal change at the Supreme Court and all this digital stuff becomes illegal.
Yeah, like Ace Cosby.
Ace says
the mother load.
You have everything on VCR.
VHS.
VHS, excuse me. SOL, CIA, MIA. I can't remember all.
We had this conversation to start the morning.
Yeah, there was a new one this morning that
FML or something?
FML.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Blank My Life.
Yeah.
Well, that's what that means.
Yes.
That's what I thought it meant, too.
Oh,
That's why
because I looked it up, and that's not what it said.
No, it didn't.
Oh, F my... yeah.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I didn't either. I told Tom, I said, I thought it said F me or F my, but I didn't know what the else
I looked it up because we had the news story about the guys, the 3 fishermen that got blown off course.
Oh, and instead of saying SOS, it said FML. Is that the bit?
Well, they put SOS in huge letters, and they were spotted by a helicopter and picked up.
Right.
Sure.
So if they put FML and I was the helicopter pilot, I'd go, I don't know what's going on down there, but...
Well, they've accepted it.
My father. There's 3 guys who's...
When you looked it up, what did it say? It said...
I Googled it this morning. It'll take me a while to find it again.
Remember on Gilligan's Island, they had the flaming logs that said SOS, and a plane was going over, and Gilligan moved the log by accident, and it said something like a guy's name.
Oh.
Gus or something? Of course, Gilligan.
Hey, they're saying hey to you.
They're saying os. What are the options here? I'm not very good at that game. Well, very interesting. Now, real quick, we apparently have a windbag letter.
Okay.
Don't you have it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I do. I do have a windbag here. It comes to us from Dwayne. I've got to say his last name just so we can sing a song here. It's Dwayne Weaver. Dwayne Weaver.
Because he's Dwayne Weaver.
He's a dream weaver.
Gary Wright.
Yeah.
Well,
he was here.
And what
that
a
live.
Great guy.
Oh,
yes,
cool.
Very nice.
You always hear
man.
about some of these rock stars being pricks. He was such a great guy.
Yeah.
So off topic. So what does Dreamweaver have?
He says, I hate to break it to you, but there is no Jiffy peanut butter. There is Jif and Skippy.
Oh.
So your Jiffy didn't exist at all, much less in a glass jar.
Wow. Well, if I could explain to the Dreamweaver, the nature of the joke was there was a coyote with a jar stuck on his head.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I said they got it off
In a jiffy.
Knowing that it was Jif, but you were just using Jiffy because it had Jif in it.
Yeah.
We don't even know if it was Jiffy.
Well,
or
that's...
Jif.
Of course, it wasn't even peanut butter.
How do we
And
know
now,
that?
comedy murder by facts.
The coyote.
Welcome to Joke Autopsy with your host, Josh Arnold. Today, we come to you live from Toledo, Ohio, where Josh has us in the cemetery.
Hey, boy.
The gravestone, Josh's act. From okay, so I'm sorry, Christy.
No, I'm the one who screwed that up. Sorry.
No. It's,
the peanut butter is indeed Jif.
Yeah.
Skippy.
Was Skippy and that Funicello's brand? Is that the one that she pushed?
Boy.
I think.
Skippy's good. There's an episode of Sopranos where Tony takes a big scoop of Skippy.
Skippy?
Oh, there's nothing like that first knife full of peanut butter fresh out of the...
Yeah, the old Hyman butter.
Hyman.
Hyman butter.
That virgin
with you?
That you take off that
What is
seal,
wrong with
you crack that peanut butter Hyman and just dig in.
I thought Hyman butter was a scientist in World War II in Germany. Hyman butter.
There, Dr. Butter. You really haven't made any advances with heavy water, you idiot.
No, that's not Dr. Butler. I can't believe that's not Dr. Butler.
We have the heavy water. Don't go to Oak Ridge, you ignoramus.
We talking about snacks or something? What's going on?
I don't know. I lost my place.
Okay. Coming up, we have a fascinating story about two-tone car paint.
Yeah.
Not really into that, are you, huh?
I don't like it.
Oh, you don't? You're a solid color car.
Yeah, I kind of like a solid color car myself.
Yeah, me
but-
too.
I like
Well,
it.
I guess I
wish I could get my car two-toned.
Does two-tone mean like the top is different than the bottom?
Whatever. You could do the doors different, whatever you
Because
want to do.
I do have a car that has a white top and a blue bottom.
I used to have a car that had a different color door.
Yeah.
The door was called Primer.
I don't think that's what they're talking about.
Then I had a Pontiac. Oh, what a great car that was! My Pontiac Le Mans. That was two-tone.
Was it?
Yeah, for a while before I took it to Earl Scheib and had him paint over the rust. All this happening when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and
Here we go. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5-er, car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Couple of frat guys from Abilene drove out all night to see Robert Earl Keen at the K-Pig Swine and Soiree dance. They wore baseball caps and khaki pants. They wanted cigs, so to save some money, they got one off a hippie that smelled kind of funny. Next thing they knew, they were both really hungry and pretty thirsty too. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5-er, car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. I found a store with the sign said their beer was coldest. They sent in Brad because he looked the oldest. He got a case of beer and a candy bar. Walked over to where all them registers are, laid his fake ID on the countertop. Clerk looked, he turned, he looked back up, he stopped. He said, "Kid, I'm not gonna call the cops, but I'm gonna have to keep this card." The guys both took it pretty hard. Sing it if you know it, even in your car. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5-er, car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Met this other old hippie named Sleepy John. He said he was the guy from the Robert Earl Keen song, so they gave him their cash. He bought him some brews. It was a beautiful day out in Santa Cruz. They were feeling so good, should have been a crime. Crowd was cool and the band was prime. They made it back up front to their seats just in time to sing with all their friends. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5-er, a car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah. Hello.
There it is.
Over the Indiana Pacers on Thursday, Devin Booker added 20 points and 10 assists. Meanwhile, it was the Milwaukee Bucks overcoming a huge early deficit to get a 130-116 win over the Miami Heat on Thursday to clinch the top seed in the Eastern Conference. In baseball, JT Realmuto hit a 3-run homer. Hector Neris struck out Aaron Judge in a big spot, and the Philadelphia Phillies beat the New York Yankees 5-4. The Oakland Athletics on a roll with the rival Houston Astros coming to town at last. Matt Olson homered to back Mike Fear's first win of the season. The A's beat the Texas Rangers 6-4 on Thursday for their 6th straight victory and a series sweep. That's a quick look at your sports highlights. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Thanks to some amazingly creative work by a team of surgeons, a man who had his penis fall off has a new penis made of his own tissue. The organ in progress is currently maintaining its blood supply and growing on his arm. Now, surgeons will move his new male member to his groin area sometime in the future. Until then, I know a guy who's never going to be at the job site rolling up his sleeves when it's time to get down to business.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chick McGee, and this is my first song. It's a song about something I'm very familiar with. My life as a ladies' man. Oh, yeah.
He can't get enough.
Yes, yes, yes.
He can't get enough.
I know that.
He can't get enough.
Tell me something I don't know.
He can't get enough.
Of that nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. I'm a sex machine. Stanky.
Nasty stuff.
That's right. I am bad.
Oh, yeah. You bad. You bad. You bad.
I am a bad ass. Thank you very much.
Testify.
I'd give that a right on, brother.
Word up.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're saying. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling it. I dance as good as I walk. And frankly, I'm a little frightened. Lay it on me, ladies.
He can't get enough.
Give it up.
He can't get enough.
Give it up for the Mac Daddy.
He can't get enough.
I can't get enough.
Of that nasty stuff.
Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Oh my goodness.
Nasty stuff.
This has never happened before. I apologize.
Nasty stuff.
Does anyone have a towel or a moist towelette? Well, thanks for the bump and grind. I've got to bust a move. Peace out.
Nasty stuff.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Also joining us in the studio, comedian John Bazar. Well, I find that now that I need a woman, integrity, strength of character, honesty, but really the most important thing, got to have a big ass. I may be outside the pale on this one, judging by all the magazine covers I see, but I'm done with these ectoskeletal, wafer-thin, rice cake chomping chicks with the alley.
845 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Don't you wish you could talk like that?
Yeah.
845 Q95. I can't get down the Q90. It's so low.
I thought you meant what we were talking about off the air, Peter Frampton.
Oh, well, I wish I could play like Peter Frampton. So does Christy Lee. Christy?
Yeah, I wish I could play with Peter. Oh, it's sunshine today. Look for a high of 82. Currently
Peter.
61.
Frampton.
That was terribly mean.
Oh.
You brought it up.
Yeah, it wasn't mean. It was sexy.
All right.
I'm sorry, where were we? There's a little Duke Tomato, ladies and gentlemen. Duke's going to be doing the house band thing again for us sometime soon, I hope.
Okay.
We can't let him in the building.
No, God.
Not that there's anything wrong with Duke, of course. But he's working with other people, and God knows what kind of spiral gates they're carrying around. So contemporary business protocols force us to have them play outside by the dumpster.
Yeah.
And then we have to rent an outhouse every time they come by. But we'll do it again. It's fun. The dumpster concert's coming back with Duke Tomato.
Why aren't outhouses called dumpsters?
Dumpsters?
Yeah.
Because
You don't always dump in them.
point well taken.
That's true, yeah.
And I am so
In fact,
sorry.
I go out of my way not to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Historically. Yeah, you're right.
Boy, that is that's rough.
Yeah.
Especially when it's really hot.
Oh,
Then your buddies tip it over.
I have a nightmare about being in a music festival trying to. It's awful.
Yeah, no thanks. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're in the big room, just four of us. There's Josh over there in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Willie G sitting in for Chick McGee. Chick's doing great. He'll be back Monday. Ace Cosby, of course, is our engineer. This is Tom speaking. Through the glass over that way, isolated, it's Christy Lee in what used to be the performance room. Now it's just a gigantic newsroom with just Christy in there. It's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Hi, everybody.
You could fit a PT boat in that room. It's
Yes, you probably could.
really big. You're looking at me funny, Willie. PT boat, JFK, PT 109.
T109.
You're saying so many numbers and letters right now. JFK, PT 109.
Okay, well, I tell you what. Josh.
Yes.
If I had $100.
Yeah.
I don't have any cash with me, but if I did.
Right.
I would give you $100 if you can tell me the PT boat number on McHale's Navy.
Oh, man, I can't.
106.
Nope.
107.
JFK, famously PT 109.
Yeah.
Great America, great war hero.
PT.
It's PT 73. Thank you. You both just lost. You both owe me $100. And then
We didn't bet.
and then we have Pat Godwin.
Yes, sir.
The man with 3 home runs today, 3 at bats, and
too kind.
it's unbelievable. I'd like to relive one of those moments if we could.
Which one?
Well, we had an interesting story this morning about macaroni and cheese, and it happens to be in the news today because
Kraft wants it to be a breakfast food.
And Ace and I were trying to do some research on this, and it looks like in Canada, it's called mac and cheese Kraft dinner. Now, I don't know if the boxes say that here or not.
I'll have to check my pantry when I get home.
I'm sure you have some.
I do.
But the point of the exercise is they're apparently, according to the news guide, do you have it over there, Chris?
Yeah, they're rebranding mac and cheese because they want to make it a breakfast food. Kraft started marketing it as more Americans are dining at home due to the pandemic and daily routines are changing. They announced they will rebrand by adding the word breakfast to its Kraft macaroni and cheese boxes.
And we live in a culture where no matter what you do, there's someone out there that wants to pounce on you, and no matter what it is.
Sure.
Doesn't matter what side you're on.
Right.
It's cancel culture. There are people going to lose their minds.
Right.
Why are you giving kids... and these people, they never have children because they can't get erections anymore because they're sitting by their computers all day complaining about stuff.
Who are you against?
I'm against everybody. How dare you feed a kid mac and cheese? Get yourself a 4-year-old, okay?
You know what? You can add hot dogs or sausage to
you can,
it.
as long as getting them to eat, whatever works is my motto.
Get those little smoky sausages and put that's awesome.
So anyway, the notion of a mac and cheese for breakfast, I get it. It makes sense to me. It's fun. And Pat, we did the Pat Godwin song challenge.
Yeah, we did the Beatles one first.
Yeah.
And you did not have any time to prep this, and you blasted out a quick Beatles parody. Could you just play me the first couple lines of that one?
Please, please make mac and cheese a breakfast food.
Oh, nice. And now, can you have another one there? Can you turn your guitar up just a hair there? And did you get the batteries all fixed?
Yes, sir.
Give me a strum on that thing.
How's that?
That sounds good. Now, this is another tribute to why mac and cheese should be a breakfast food.
She said, what do you want this morning? I said, I want lovin'. She said she meant food. She said she could make some fried eggs, cook me up some bacon. I said, can you do it in the nude? Then I said, what about breakfast with mac and cheese? She said, I think I can probably make that. And I said, we should probably get high first. And after that, can you give me a handy? I'm horny. I'm so horny.
It really took a turn there.
You kind of got off topic there.
Yeah. Well, I'm hungry for a couple things.
I mean, we knew he was feeling. Yeah.
I don't think the Kraft people are going to have that.
No.
Remember they used to have the announcer Ed Hurley. And then with Kraft mac and cheese, add a bottle of ketchup, and then you take the ketchup, pour it in your groin.
No one knows.
It would be
Ed Hurley.
It would be
Ed Hurley.
I'm sure he exists.
I was just going to say it would be so great if Kraft was like, you know what, let's just run with this angle. And they were just like, mac and cheese. Your kids love it, and you will when you're horny. They just embraced it.
Oh, that's great. That's a good song, Pat.
Thank you.
I love that song, the original song.
Oh, it's cute. Yeah.
They used to always.
I said, what about?
Here we go. Ed Hurley.
Yeah.
No, we don't. It's okay. We believe he was a person.
When did he die? 52?
No. He made it all the way to 99. He was born in 1909. He was the famous newsreel narrator for Universal International. If you heard his voice, you'd go, that guy.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those old-fashioned announcers. Those guys were, and he was, of course, the voice of Kraft Foods.
Let's all just make a pact.
All right.
When Tom makes one of these references, we just let it go. We don't go, who's that?
Okay,
We don't
sorry.
say,
That's
I don't know.
because you have no appreciation for the great Americans that built this country. You might as well just go take your socialist.
Built this country.
Those bridges didn't just pop up. No, they were built by great Americans
we built
of
the
all
city
stripes.
on rock and roll. Leave them alone.
No, they didn't build the city on rock and roll. They built it with sweat and labor.
You know what?
And Ed Hurley, he was there the whole time going, Kraft mac and cheese. You know who I'm talking about, Ace. You got a voice like Ed Hurley.
This is boring. I like rock and roll. Let's go back to the rock and roll.
Yeah.
You like snacks. Okay, snack talk.
Hey, let's talk about two-tone paint. So you know what? I am apparently a two-tone.
We've been trying to get to this story for 3 days.
I'm a two-tone car paint owner.
We have to wait a little longer.
Apparently, we're not going to get to it now.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Jumbo the elephant.
Hey, Jumbo.
Hey, Jumbo, how are you? What's going on?
Oh, my gosh. I was just hanging around. I was listening about Ed Hurley, and I fell asleep for a little bit. And
Sorry.
my phone rang, and there you were.
Yeah?
Oh, my gosh. You guys, I heard you talking earlier about the big woolly mammoth.
Yeah, they're in the permafrost or whatever it is melting or something.
Siberia.
And they're
Pretty
finding all
amazing.
these woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. And then you got talking about how, they might be able to clone one of them.
Yeah, I think they were thinking of getting the seed out of them and maybe implanting an elephant.
How cool would that be?
Well, you'd be replaced.
Have a woolly
you
elephant.
being a guy elephant, I think.
Not replaced, man. It'd be diversified. We'd have these big old hairy woolly mammoths be hanging with us, and it'd be fun. We could teach them everything about the now. They could teach us about the past.
Okay.
Well, I guess eventually there'd be some really hairy lady woolly mammoths. It'd be like for you, like opening up a Penthouse magazine back in '87.
Oh, damn straight, Tommy. You know I like to take it old school.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, you got me thinking about that whole clone thing and everything, and I've always admired that Pat Godwin in there. He's doing all those parody songs and stuff. Which parody's the lowest form of.
It can be.
That's mean.
Well, no, but it seems like a pretty easy way to make a living. So I thought, you know what, maybe I can write some parody songs.
Oh, okay. Do you have a guitar handy?
Well, I do, as a matter of fact, and I'm going to try. I don't know. Do you know George Thorogood, that rock and roll guy?
Sure. Yeah. Of course, I like George.
Let me try one of his songs right here. Oh crap! I just smashed the guitar.
Oh boy! I play the chord with those.
You guys mind if I just do it? I'm thinking acapella or whatever.
Archipelago. That's close enough.
It's rocking, George Thorogood, and it goes like this. I made a clone of Tom and nobody else. So now when Tom's all alone, he can really go himself.
When I'm alone, I really like to be by myself.
Yeah.
You raise a good point. Well, thank you, Jumbo.
Same way I am, man. That's apparently doing all this parody. Is super easy.
That was a good one.
Yes, Godwin just makes it look hard.
Yes.
Hey, wait a minute.
4 home runs and he gets that kind of treatment. It's unbelievable.
Poor Pat.
Coming up, we have pubic news, and we still have to get to this alligator hunk.
Yeah.
And the two-tone cars.
Yes.
And the two-tone cars, yeah. I'm a fan. When we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller,
and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
What else would you be doing if you weren't listening to Bob and Tom 24/7? Get well, Chickster. We're looking forward to seeing you back here Monday morning. Willie Griswold sitting in at the sports desk for Chick. Well, he gets a tune-up, if you will. Everything's doing just fine with Chick McGee, and we look forward to having him back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7 at the sports desk on Monday. But we continue on right here on a Friday morning on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Washington talks on vital COVID-19 rescue money teetering on the brink of collapse after a marathon meeting in the Capitol Thursday night generated a wave of recrimination but little progress on the top issues confronting negotiators. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said there's a handful of very big issues that we're still very far apart on, depicting a stalemate on aid to states and local governments and renewing supplemental unemployment benefits. In other news, economists have forecast that U.S. employers added 1.6 million jobs in July. That would normally be a wonderful job gain, but still far short of June's 4.8 million increase and May's 2.7 million. It would show that hiring is weakened, and it would mean that the economy has still regained just 40% of the jobs lost since the pandemic intensified in March and triggered a deep recession. And ready to pack up and fly away to another country? If the answer is yes, you'll want to check out the latest guidelines on the subject from the State Department. The federal agency has rescinded its warnings to Americans against all international travel because of the coronavirus pandemic. However, there's still about 20 locations where restrictions remain in effect. Those are listed on the State Department website. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I've got to hit a drive-in, man. They're showing a lot of horror movie marathons and stuff. I've got to get to one.
My kids go every week, I think.
It says that there will also be surprise virtual or in-person appearances by Jennifer Garner, LeBron James, Chrissy Metz.
Great big fat person. You think she doesn't know she's fat? Is this news to people? Am I going to get in trouble for saying that she's a fat person?
No, you're allowed to because card-carrying fatsos. That's his new T-shirt.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, the mellifluous voice of Ace Cosby. A quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunny and 82, clear tonight, down to 58. Sunny tomorrow, 85, partly cloudy Sunday, 87. Sunshine up to 63 currently.
This portion of the Bob and Tom Show brought to you by
FanDuel Sportsbook. Sports finally back. NBA, MLB, NHL, they're all here. Time to take in the action on FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. The app is super easy to use. Once you win, FanDuel pays you out in as little as 24 hours. And best of all, FanDuel Sportsbook lets you place your first bet risk-free. That's right. Just place any bet you want and get up to $500 back if you don't win. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started. Sign up with promo code WFBQ so they know we sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code WFBQ. You must be 21 years and older and present in Indiana. First online real money wager only. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for terms and restrictions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, WFBQ.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here in the big room. Josh Arnold, of course, is celebrating his 4th year on the Bob and Tom Show.
Yes.
This is Josh Arnold Week. We neglected to mention that this morning.
That's okay. I got plenty of attention this week. Thank you all.
Sure?
Thank you all very much. Yeah.
Would you like a hug?
I would. I would.
I can't do that.
We'll wait.
You wait till week 2 of the celebration.
You're worth the wait, Kristen.
Thanks, Josh.
Josh is sitting in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. Get somebody you love some jewelry. Why not? A just because gift. IHateStevenSinger.com. Sitting in for Chick today is Willie G. Hey. My son Willie. Good to see you, Willie. Chick will be back. Had a little procedure done yesterday.
Yeah, just a slight amputation.
It's been planned for quite a while. Of course.
He wants to look like a pirate for Halloween. He's going to do it.
Yeah,
he's committed. Yeah.
Peg Leg McGee.
Okay. Ace Cosby, of course, is our engineer. That's the big room. And then through the glass, it's Christy Lee in the giant aquarium with a little tiny fish.
Hi.
That's what it looks like for us. And then Patty G.
Yeah.
Home run after home run today.
Oh,
Patty.
what a
Very
day.
nice. Very
Fun
nice.
day.
And then we also have Cardboard Christy right next to me. And then Cardboard
We are
Josh.
introducing Cardboard people.
Tom. And well, if you're watching on the YouTube, you go, well, why are there cardboard things in here? Well, these are the things that they're using at all the ball games now.
Right.
And thank you.
Can we go to a ball game now?
Thank you to D.S. Smith.
Or can we send these to
Yeah, can we ship them to the Royals and sit next to Bernie?
from Weekend at Bernie's? Yeah.
Well, I know last night, what was it, 13 zip, the Reds dropped
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Maybe we could help the Reds.
The cardboard cutouts were booing. That tells you that
A poor showing.
things aren't going well. Yeah.
I'll cheer you on, Reds. Set me in your field. Bleachers.
Christy was going to say box.
That
was. I'm sorry. Christy, we've been trying to get this story out for 2 days.
About?
You're a car gal.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that my car's called a two-tone until you just said that.
You've owned more cars.
I was online last night looking at cars.
How many cars have you owned?
Oh my God, too many to probably
would you
remember.
say 60?
No, not that many.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'd have to count them up. That'd be quite. I used to trade every year.
What number is higher, cars
or husbands?
Cars.
Or I was going to say men.
Oh,
cars.
That would be mean.
Well,
mean? Why?
Because husbands are at least legal.
Cars are legal.
Christy's only slept with a couple illegal boys.
I've never slept with an illegal boy. Stop it. They all had their green cards.
What is
No, he meant age.
Yeah.
He meant age. Then when he realized he meant age, he realized he shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go
No,
with
of course not.
green cards because at least that's somehow
I'm online.
not as actionable in
that
court.
was great.
So I'm online last night looking at cars because, most people watch TV. I look at cars in real estate. And I saw a for sale, very reasonable, a hearse. And it had on top of it like the big gold, I don't even know how to describe it, like they would have in India or in one of the Asian countries, this filigree thing that was real tall and it's gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can get the car for like $14,000.
Who'd want it though?
I don't know.
You want to be reminded of your mortality every time you drive to the drugstore?
Fun with it, yeah.
It would
Hey, driving a hearse just in case,
But this is a hearse like you've never seen before. I've never seen one in the States
Yeah, but if
like
we're all,
that.
let's say we're all going to lunch, the person, one of us gets a hearse, we drive in front, and the rest of us just throw our lights on, get behind them.
Yes.
We can go through any stoplight we want.
Yeah. It was a very unusual car. Very unusual. But
this
now,
is a news story about car paint.
Yeah, it's making a comeback in the last 2 years. Car makers have they've introduced over half a dozen SUVs and two-tone paint options, deviating from the standard monochrome options. Two-tone cars could gain further mainstream attention after Nissan announced that it will offer the two-tone paint options on the redesigned 2021 Nissan Rogue, the SUV, which is one of the most popular vehicles in the United States. And when they say two-tone, they mean like the roof would be black and the body would be white. Now, my Nissan Figaro has a white top and a blue body.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
I kind of get that.
And you'll
now.
see this on Mini Coopers and
Yes.
Range Rovers.
You see it on Range Rovers. Ford is doing it
If you want
now.
to ruin a Range Rover, do that to it.
Well, it's all in the eye of the beholder.
No, it's wrong.
You don't
it's
like
immoral.
the two-tone paint. This harkens back to the 50s, and the trend is less nostalgia-driven and more about car brands trying to distinguish their SUVs from one another.
Josh, years ago, that famous story of yours where you had the two-tone car, it was silver, and then your girlfriend had keyed it after a rather unfortunate incident.
Hey, does that count as two-tone?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then yes, I once owned one. Yeah.
So you don't like the two-tone?
Oh, I don't care. I'm just kidding. Are they still doing? Is anybody doing the wood paneling anymore?
I don't know.
I have not seen that in a while. I feel like I saw a Jeep Cherokee with it.
Yeah.
An older model.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah, those were the old.
Yeah.
And the station wagons, remember?
Of course, yeah, the Woodies.
Yep.
The Griswold car. The car.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the family truckster.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was doing that. Wasn't there a minivan that did that a couple years ago?
I don't remember.
Limited release. I had one of the most underappreciated jokes in this show's history yesterday.
I love this.
Let's hear it again.
I'm kidding.
So we're going deep.
I'm already so
What was the
excited.
topic?
You have to put it together.
All
Okay,
right.
so it's two tones.
Yeah.
My least favorite, season 5 of Sopranos.
Right.
I didn't like that there was two tones.
Oh, I got it. Paulie Walnuts.
No, it's because it's a bad joke. It was the joke. It's
Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano and Tony Blendetto is the Steve Buscemi character.
So there were two tones.
Yeah, T-O-N.
And you have to know that the characters often refer to Tony as
So
Tone.
A, it takes a tremendous amount of knowledge, and B, it really doesn't have a payoff.
Because I've never...
And yet,
So it's got the best of two worlds.
I've heard some call it the most underappreciated joke.
No, I've heard some say that too, Josh.
Willie, I've never seen The Sopranos, so I wouldn't know.
Exactly. So it would be impossible for you.
right.
So not only, it's also not universal.
Yes.
Even if you understand that joke, it's not
Yes,
good.
yes. It's A, narrow casting, and B, not really amusing.
It's not funny.
Not even a smiler, really.
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's a thinker, but then you go, why did I take the time to think
Did
about
anyone ever call Tony Tone?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do a lot. But again, you would only know that if you'd freshly watched it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I watched it 20 years ago.
Yeah, the wife calls him Tone.
But there's a character named Tony Sirico, and there's Tony Soprano. It's
So there are two tones.
Can we get back to cars? Something I'm interested in.
It's not good.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So more cars are going to be two-tone, and they.
Yeah, it costs a little more, too. A couple $100 more. But, yeah, check that out. And a Minnesota man. This
And the way
is really
culture is right now, you don't want anything just one color.
Yeah,
I've got the new
All right, you
Nissan
need to-
diversity.
Oh, you got
we got every fender.
you got the new
We got-
Honda melting pot.
we got everybody covered. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
A Minnesota man sold his 1957 Chevy pickup for $75,
Well,
the
that's
same price he paid for the vehicle 44 years ago.
Oh, it broke even.
Yeah. KARE-TV
Where news comes first.
reported that last month Bob Sportle of Princeburg,
Wait, what's his name?
Bob Sportle.
Sportle, what is he, a Pokemon?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Jeez. Yes, that sounds like a porno name.
Bob Sportle?
Yeah, Peter Sportle. Oh, again, all over the.
You're taking a very...
Sportled all over the boom mic.
This is a really sweet story, and you're ruining it.
Oh, sorry. We're sorry. Yeah, you so.
Bob Sportle of Princeburg handed the key over to the grandson of the man that he bought the truck from.
That is cool.
Sportle was in his early 20s when he purchased the rusty pickup from John Vanderveen,
Rusty
a retiring
Pickup, also
farmer.
a porno name.
Hey, Sportle.
Hey, Pickup.
He drove the truck to
Rusty
work.
Pickup is an aging female porn star. And her sister, Dusty.
Yeah, oh, boy, yeah, she's even older.
Get the lube.
Look at how patient. Poor Christy's being so
Are
patient
you
right
children
now, you guys.
done now?
Yes, back to your boring story.
Worth day.
He drove the truck to work every day at a local grain elevator until he retired 5 years ago and continued to drive the truck before selling it to Vanderveen's grandson, Tom Lindstrup.
Yeah, I tell you what, the only reason you're here, Sonny, is because, as you can see in the glove box, your grandpa's old rubbers, one of them must have busted. You were conceived right here in the back seat of this thing.
That's right.
Hey, there isn't a back seat. I'm sorry, they didn't start doing that till a few years ago.
They call it a bed.
You were in the truck bed.
I thought it was a sweet story.
I hate
Sorry
it.
to bother you.
No, it's a very nice.
Pretty unamusing. No, it is nice. So the grandchild was aware that it was his grandfather's
Yeah,
truck
so
at one
now he
point.
says it feels like he's riding with his grandpa now.
And a 57 Chevy pickup's got to be, and it's still running.
Yeah.
I bet it looks cool. I bet it's
Well,
good.
it's a little rusty, but
Was in Minnesota. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
That's some rough country.
Yeah, it's
if he would fix that thing up, boy, you know what a 57 pickup would go for on the... Well, never
at least $2,500.
More than that, dude.
might need some new
You
parts.
might want to restore that, grandson.
That's cool. I like it when they take a car or a truck and keep using it.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the way to go. Now,
My boyfriend has 340,000 miles on his truck.
Really? That was,
I am not lying.
that
He
was
has
so
a
cute the way you just said that.
Chevy Silverado.
My boyfriend has a... My boyfriend has...
Christy, I thought you were going to say your boyfriend has 300 cars, and I was like, are you dating Jay Leno?
No. But think about that.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
what's your record, Josh?
I think 160, 150. So I don't remember. Somewhere around there.
160,000
Yeah, it
miles?
was in the mid. It's in the mid.
Yeah, I'm in the
My
ones.
record is 116.
Okay,
Really?
wow. I'm at 130.
And then I got that phone call where he goes, well, the repair is going to be...
Yeah.
Yeah, when the repairs are...
More than the car's worth?
Right.
Yeah, I bailed on that one. But 116 great miles. What's your record, Willie?
Every time I get a car past like 30,000, I pull into the driveway and go, hey, I'm trading your car in. Give me the keys.
Boy, that's a...
Well, now,
life.
Ace, you drove that Isuzu Trooper.
How long?
Over 250 something.
Yeah.
How many years did you have that?
Bought it off the showroom floor in 19...
87, maybe?
No,
Was it a
90.
four-door? Oh, okay. Okay. You don't see those anymore.
No.
Especially guys driving them. That was a girl's car, right?
Oh, boy.
The Isuzu Trooper?
I was actually shopping for a car, and the salesman goes, so you're interested? I go, yeah. And he goes, I just wanted to let you know this is a girl's car.
Really?
It was a Jeep Liberty.
Really?
Yeah.
I was driving a loaner last year.
Yeah.
And
That car was a girl car.
And the guy goes, the guy, only ladies buy these. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I had no idea.
Yeah. In fact, when I see a guy driving one of those, I always go, well, he must have his wife's car.
I wish they would tell you.
I will say 9 out of 10 times I see someone in your car, which is just a white SUV, it's always a woman.
Yeah.
Every time I go to lunch with Mark, we walk out to the parking lot, and he looks around and he goes, how'd you get here? Did you get dropped off? And I go, no, that white car's mine. They sold that to a man? Every single day.
And you look down to where Mark stands
Every
at
time.
3'5", and you say, calm down, Mark.
And then every time I drive Kelly's car, he looks at me and he goes, You've been working out? He somehow thinks it's more masculine.
Boy.
I can't win.
Coming up, we have pubic hair in the news and
right.
our history lessons.
Okay,
still.
and if you're having trouble coming up, well, maybe you should listen to me for just a second. Talking about erectile dysfunction, it's not easy. You don't want to go to your family doctor, you're embarrassed, whatever. This is where Roman comes in. Roman is a pharmaceutical distributor that's been doing it right. And the way this works is you go online, and you will be connected with a real doctor, and you will be doing a special online evaluation if you are indeed a candidate for some of those drugs you've been hearing about for years, the erectile dysfunction pharmaceuticals. Well, guess what? You can get them sent to you. In fact, they are famous for their free 2-day shipping. You go to getroman.com/wood. Once again, you will be connected within 24 hours to a medical professional. And if you are indeed a candidate for some of these pharmaceuticals, guess what? Free 2-day shipping. So here's what you do. You go to getroman.com/wood. You can do it right now. You can do it on your phone or on your computer. If approved, you'll get $15 off your first order of ED treatment. And this is something brand new from Roman. Once again, getroman.com/wood. Type it all out, GETROMAN. Getroman.com/wood. Do it right now. And you get that special $15 off. And, of course, the free 2-day shipping. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that online evaluation is free? So you really do have nothing to lose here. Getroman.com/wood. Get part of your life back. You deserve it. When we come back, we have pubicity, apparently, in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, Bob and Tom 24/7 is with you all day long, not just during the Bob and Tom Show, but we roll right into Ace Cosby with the Work Farce. And later today at 1 p.m. Eastern, it's the all-day replay with Christopher. We'll replay today's show back-to-back and then again back-to-back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The Who will put past concert performances on YouTube to raise money for cancer patients. Roger Daltrey has been a longtime supporter of the charities Teen Cancer Trust and Teen Cancer America. Since Daltrey can't do fundraising concerts, The Who will do a 6-week YouTube series called Join Together at Home. It will start with a featurette of rarely seen footage and mini videos, followed by previously unreleased Who concert footage. It'll start Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, with 5 tracks from The Who's 1982 Shea Stadium show. That stream is free, but you are encouraged to donate to cancer charities. A lagoon with colored water can be beautiful, but in Paraguay, a lagoon is getting attention for being multicolored and partially smelly. It's the Cerro Lagoon in the city of Limpio. It's divided into 2 parts, one purple, one blue. One part stinks, the other doesn't. Turns out the lagoon was split by construction of an embankment and roadway to carry trucks to and from local factories. Over time, people noticed the color of the water on one side had changed from blue to purple, and that fish and birds were not living well there. So they suspect a tannery in the area is to blame, not only for the purple water, but for the smell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think the cicadas are coming next year because I remember being a kid and going, you know what? The next time these cicadas come, I'll be happily married.
Now, do you want to be happily married, Willie?
Who cares anymore, right? It's all over.
It's not all over.
I think Willie's got it made right now. He's got a hip bachelor pad.
Sure. I'm hanging out. I'm doing well.
You don't even have to cut the grass.
I don't.
I got my grass guy doing that.
Really?
Of course, Willie's got a grass guy, but
We're not the same person.
he has a much nicer car.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chick McGee, and this is my first song. Oh, this is my posse. Hello, ladies. This is a song that's called. Well, no, it's not. It's not called Chick. It's a song that I'm very familiar with. My life as a ladies' man.
He can't get enough.
Oh, I heard that.
He can't get enough.
Yes, yes, yes. Take off your dress.
He can't get enough.
Tell me something I don't know.
He can't get enough.
Natty tough.
Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. He can't get enough.
Yeah.
Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff.
They're wet, Chick. I don't know what happened there. Well, you know, I am a badass. Stanky? Well, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's very good. I'd give that a right on, brother.
Right on.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I've lost you. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Can't get enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, look at that. Here it comes again. Nasty stuff. Oh, yeah.
Nasty stuff.
Let's get freaky.
Nasty stuff.
I know my way around it.
Nasty stuff. He can't get enough. Nasty stuff.
Give me that tang.
Nasty stuff.
Are you ladies digging my rap. Oh, this is where we break it down. Oh, no, that's the next song, isn't it? You know, speaking of nasty stuff, I've never had a problem in that area. Everyone out there, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Please. N-A-S-T-Y. 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 N-A-S-T-Y.
922 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Ace Cosby. The weather forecast from Miss Christy Lee.
Oh, we've really jumped up in temperature. We're up to 68 degrees. Look for a high today of 82. Tomorrow, 85. Sunday, 87. All with sunshine. The CarX man says clear skies tonight down to 58. Once again, sunshine, 68.
Thank you very much.
Clear skies tonight.
That's Christy is the CarX woman.
Yes.
Now, where was I? We have serious cash coming up throughout the day on Q95, so listen very carefully. You could be a winner. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I didn't really speak. I lost my place in my mind. I'll tell you why in just a second.
All right.
We were talking about two-toned cars. I didn't know there was a multi-toned car that was out there.
I didn't know that Pat Godwin has a two-tone car.
I didn't know either until you told me.
So which door had to be replaced?
Oh, boy.
Where'd the deer hit him?
That's not it.
Okay, let's see. This is Tom. That's Willie. That's Josh. There's Ace. We're in the big room. Christy's next door, socially distanced and behind the glass. And Mr. Godwin is in the other building. We're talking about this. Apparently, they're bringing back the two-toned car. I'll tell you what I like.
What?
I like those two-toned shoes. I don't own any. I've never had a pair. But
like a saddle Oxford?
Those look pretty cool.
Like a Mary Jane?
You can see someone dancing with the two-toned shoes. Those are,
my God.
Well, whenever I see those, I go, oh, look, that's the one outfit they can wear with those shoes. Right?
That's a lot of work to polish those things. Anyway, the article was saying that the two-toned automobile is coming back.
Yes.
Some guy
that's
sent
exactly
me this.
Right.
It is the VW Harlequin.
Oh, boy.
Harlequin.
Yeah.
I don't know what year this was. This one has 5 different colors. Like there's a blue door, a red door, yellow front panel, and then there's a whole line of these things. They're all different colors.
Weird. So
Shop.
That's like Rubik's Cubes?
1996. That's when they were
Really?
released.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Volkswagen decided to manufacture a limited batch of this Harlequin-inspired Golf vehicle.
But the great thing is,
96.
you go to the parking lot, you're going to be able to find your car.
Oh, yeah.
A lot easier.
Man, I'm sorry. I couldn't do that.
Do you remember the, God, who did it? I think it was Ford. I think they did a chameleon paint job. Remember this?
What?
And the car would change color depending on the light.
Wow.
You'll have to Google it. Yeah, I mean, it was terrible because if the light changed while you were walking outside, you come back outside, from going in the mall, you come out, oh, wait a minute, look at the cloud cover. You've got to decide what color my car's going to be.
Yeah, this would be terrible for you.
Yeah,
Weird. Most of us know what our cars look like.
You just take a look at your mood ring and go, oh, it's purple. That's easy.
A mood car?
Yeah, they've got the mood. They've got the ring to match. Very good. So who's coming out with the two-tone car next? Nissan?
Nissan Rogue. But he has a Nissan Murano that has two-tone paint on it right now.
I did not know that until you told me.
The FJ Cruiser used to do two tones, I believe.
Yeah, well, it does make your car easier to spot.
Oh, sure.
If you go on, you go right there right now, and well, there's 40 white SUVs. Which one's mine? I can't remember. And I have gotten in the wrong car.
No doubt about that.
More than once.
Sure. Yeah, no, again.
The only shocking thing about that is that it doesn't happen to you every day.
Yeah.
The embarrassing time was I was at Home Depot, and I was carrying a bunch of stuff, and I walked up to my car, and it has that click thing on it.
Remote
the click
entry?
thing?
Yes, right. So I'm clicking it, nothing's happening, and I'm sort of throwing my hands up. This is what the hell? And at the time, it was a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't open. And then some guy walks up and he goes, "Excuse me, sir, that's my car." No, I'm so sorry. I have the exact same car. And then I proceeded to walk and realized I had my Suburban that I had driven over to Home Depot. So this guy sees me getting in a green Suburban at the time and thinks, this guy is a psycho. Now he's stealing some guy's Suburban. I wish that weren't a true story, but it is.
One of the most absent-minded things I've ever done is I walked up to my door and I had the remote entry and I hit it. Mm-hmm. I went for the door and it was locked. I went, what the hell? And I hit it again The door remained locked. I went, oh, the battery must be dead on this thing. I was trying to open my apartment door with my car's remote entry.
I can
completely sober.
I can put these together.
Oh boy!
I lived in an apartment building, and it was all just very similar. And I went to the wrong floor. And I'm typing in the code. Code doesn't work. I'm putting in the key, and then I'm with my friend Colin, and somebody walks and opens the door. I go, "Somebody's in my apartment."
Well, that's a similar thing happened with a very tragic ending.
Oh boy!
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
But that's.
Oh boy!
Sometimes I get really absent-minded like that.
Yeah, I mean, especially with technology, sometimes you put your hands under a sink expecting it just to start.
Yeah, I miss a freeway exit at least once a week.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're laughing. We believe it.
Yeah, I was coming home. I'm in Ohio now. I don't even know what happened.
Do you ever scare yourself and take the dementia test just to be sure?
Yeah. No, the worst one was I was heading up to Harbor Springs, and I'd probably made the drive, I don't know, 50 times.
Uh-huh.
And suddenly I go, in all the years I've done this, I don't recall driving by the Detroit airport.
Wow.
Ooh, you went right instead of left, didn't you?
Who knows?
Oh, boy.
I was scheduled to take that dementia test, but I couldn't remember when it was.
Oh, you can go online and answer some questions just to make yourself feel better.
Let's murder the comedy with facts.
If I could find my computer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's see, where were we? So we haven't really done our alligator hunk. But you promised a pubic hair hunk. What have you got?
I don't have a hunk.
Not a hunk of pure pubic hair. So we could sell that.
No, I don't.
Baseball cards go.
Sorry to disappoint you. I don't have that.
I have a stupid question.
What?
Maybe somebody can answer.
All right.
You were talking about these baseball cards and these basketball cards selling for millions of dollars.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Is the Michael Jordan baseball card a collectible?
Is there one?
I was going to be curious about this because I have a fascination with this thing with Super Bowl teams when the team loses and then they still have the shirts.
Mm-hmm.
The Michael Jordan obviously was a basketball player primarily, but did baseball for one season or whatever it is. Things that are famous for being not wrong, but not necessarily conventional.
Sure. I don't know that they have made. He never really made it to the big show, right?
There's a set of Jordan in various poses playing for the Birmingham Barons minor league team.
Right, so there wouldn't be a...
Do they have cards?
They go for, this says they go for only $30.
Okay. Yeah,
but I mean, can you imagine I think a signed one would be pretty rare, but who knows? But what was the thing this morning? How much was it for $1 million or something?
1.6 or something?
For a bunch of cards. So it's crazy out
Case
there.
of Fleer, yeah.
So since you're not selling your pubes, why are pubes in the news?
A Canadian brewery and a leather store in New Zealand have found themselves in a very odd situation. Both have named a product brand Huru Huru, H-U-R-U-H-U-R-U.
Huru Huru.
Huru Huru. Both companies thought it was...
This is a baseball thing. Huru's on first. Well, why?
Both companies thought it was the Maori word meaning feather.
Yes.
Turns out it's the Maori word meaning pubic hair.
Well, pubes are kind of the feathers of the
So
groin.
Maoris are what? Is that the indigenous peoples of New Zealand? Or I think.
I guess. I don't know.
I think that's who they are.
Canadian brewery Hell's Basement called its New Zealand Pale Ale Huru Huru, while a shop in the New Zealand capital, Wellington, gave its entire outlet that name.
Wow.
So I would assume they must be in New Zealand if it's a New Zealand story, yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, thank you.
The indigenous peoples of New Zealand are called Maoris.
Maoris?
So someone along the line told them, Maori, this means feather. And then they thought they were being nice, and turns out it means pubes.
Well, would you rebrand, or would you just suck it up and go, all right?
I'd deal with it.
I mean,
Maori probably aren't walking in there very often.
Nobody else would know it.
I imagine this is probably a gigantic S show these days. You can't win in this sort of thing.
No, you can't. My buddy's new restaurant, Merkins, isn't doing too well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's
all the waitresses have to wear big fake pubic wigs.
Right.
It's a new Brazilian place.
He serves a good fur burger.
Yeah, does he?
Yeah, that's what they call it. There's a fur burger.
It's boy, this is hard to say.
Huru huru.
Huru huru.
I like Amazon Prime better than Huru.
than huru huru.
Yeah, you're more of a Netflix guy.
More of a Netflix guy.
You it almost sounds like some weird knock joke.
Yeah.
Knock.
Huru.
Huru huru's there. Why does he have his clothes off?
Yeah.
Huru.
Okay.
Huru.
So it's I'm sorry, it's a beer? What is it again?
Yes, a pale ale.
Okay. How's your huru? Curly, how's yours?
Ooh.
Short.
Blonde.
Shaved, Josh. Okay, well, that is a cool word, though.
Yeah,
Who knew?
I didn't. Never heard the word before today.
I think there are a lot of unfortunate names throughout history that were mistranslated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Sure, yeah.
in some cases, very unfortunately.
What do you mean? I mean, whenever I pray to the Egyptian god Isis, nothing weird happens. You know, it's just.
I worked in.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I taught school in Korea for a little bit, and my friend Jill was Canadian.
Yes.
And Jill is very, very close to the Korean word for vagina.
Oh.
And so she had a tough go of it when she would introduce herself. And the students couldn't get over it. They would go, Teacher Jill, and just laugh and laugh.
Yeah, Molly. Someone should have warned her.
Yeah, they really should have.
Well, if I had some sort of teacher come over from there to come to my school and go, "Hi, my name is Professor Penis," I would have made fun of them too.
Well, you teach in England as Willie. You might be
sure.
Now, was Jill the sort of street term, or was it the more medical?
I never kind of found out. I didn't know if it meant vagina or if say, it was a slang.
If it was yes.
Right.
Just call me Mrs. C.
Mrs. C.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Happy Days. Sorry.
Mrs. Cunningham?
Yeah, we promised an alligator hunk, and we haven't done it.
We don't have time, do we? We got to do history. We may have to save it for Monday.
We can do a couple of just do one of the alligator stories.
All right, an Alabama man found an alligator in his swimming pool. Stephen McCulland of Mobile woke up Friday to find the reptile swimming in his pool. In the video, McCulland took the incident. You can hear him ask, "What in the blue blazes is this?" He adds, "I'm flabbergasted. If you own an alligator and you're missing one, it's in my backyard pool. Come get it. Thank you." A wildlife conservation officer eventually arrived to remove the reptile.
Wow.
Well, you're in Alabama. You're going to get them.
I would have thought they were around.
I don't know. I don't think of Alabama.
And I'll tell you what, that chlorine is going to make that alligator's skin as dry as... Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, there's alligator in Alabama?
I would think there are alligators in Alabama.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're all over Louisiana.
Sure.
Isn't the famous alligator in the swamp in Louisiana?
Yes, of course, yeah.
I know there's no crocodiles in Alabama.
Why
why not?
No, because crocodiles are Auburn fans.
Oh, wow. They don't roll tide, as it
Well, an alligator was probably really upset when he ate that flamingo and found out it was plastic.
Oh, boy, they hate that.
And mostly air. Oh, here's a note. There's apparently a wood grain edition of the PT Cruiser, which they stopped making those a couple
that's
years ago.
right. I remember now.
As we get back to car paint talk.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do not remember the name of the comedian, but he said the PT Cruiser looks like if Dick Tracy were a soccer mom. That is so good.
That is exactly correct. That's so strong. It's beyond funny.
Yes, I wish I could.
We must find out who said that.
Yeah.
Give them credit. Oh my God, that's the best.
Want to do one more alligator story?
Sure. What do you got?
Police in Florida were called to help apartment residents that were trapped in an elevator by an alligator.
Oh.
According to the post by the police, deputies Hernandez and O'Leary responded to a call for service.
See, right now it sounds like a joke.
Park.
It does.
Hernandez and O'Leary walk into an elevator. And one of them says, "Are you a rabbi?" And he goes, "No, I'm O'Leary. You're Hernandez. What the hell joke are you supposed to be in?"
Residents were unable to exit because of an alligator at the elevator doors. Deputies responded, isolated the alligator until a certified trapper arrived and humanely removed it. The apartment complex community was extremely thankful for the deputies' response.
Officer O'Leary, Officer Hernandez, I'm going to now humanely remove the alligator.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't blame the alligator. You don't want him to take him the stairs.
No.
His legs are too short.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. This story is a scam.
Why? How so?
Because this alligator would fit in a shoebox.
The one at the elevator?
Very small.
Oh, that makes me
An alligator of any size, if I see it where they're not supposed to be, is going to terrify me.
Not me. It's got to be at least over 5 feet for me to be worried.
If an alligator walks in the studio doors.
I'm sorry, not a shoebox, but this alligator looks like it's hard to see from the. It looks like it's about maybe 1.5 feet long.
Gruesome. Never mind.
No, I'd be terrified too.
I could easily. I'll wrestle a 4-foot alligator all day long.
You would be afraid of a 1.5 foot alligator?
I didn't know that we worked with the crocodile hunter. What?
Ah.
Yes, I would be afraid of a 1.5 foot alligator.
I'd pick it up.
Yeah, I'm on the Lee County Sheriff's Office has a picture of this thing. It's not that big.
Yeah,
It's like a puppy.
Yeah, this would be like a really unexciting episode of Miami Vice. They cut away from Don Johnson in the Ferrari, chain-smoking, filterless Camels in his cool outfit. You've got Officer O'Leary and Hernandez with a 1.5 foot long alligator. These guys, look out! He's going to bite.
Yeah, we got an alligator over here. It doesn't look good.
Mostly tail. It's not a big deal.
Now, we have some bigger gators coming up in the news. And we have to take a history lesson today.
We're running out of time. We better hurry up.
Okay, we will be right back. But I want to remind you that Josh is sitting in a special chair. Do you want to describe your chair to me, Josh?
I do. It's on wheels.
Yeah.
And it's got armrests here.
I meant it's the Steven Singer jewelry chair. It's the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. And this is you're saying with all this stuff going on right now, maybe this is the time to do something special. Go out of your way, take a little time, go on to IHateStevenSinger.com, check out some jewelry. Maybe she'd like it, maybe he'd like it, or maybe get something for yourself. Just because, as Josh says, a just because moment. Also, engagement rings, that's a Steven's specialty. They've got the Ready for Love engagement ring collection. And here's the best thing. Steven Singer is famous for the guarantee. 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee and free shipping. Also, interest-free financing available online. So check it out, IHateStevenSinger.com. It's easy, fast, free, and safe shipping. They're very attentive to that. Steven Singer Jewelers, once again, you'll find them at IHateStevenSinger.com. And what a great idea. Just hey, baby, I got you some earrings. Well, hi, why? Just because.
Oh,
because let's face it, right now we're all a little bit on edge. If you've watched the average person driving lately,
you'll
feel
see.
like I'm in a Dodgem car. Sir, your side of the road is over there. Do something nice for somebody. IHateStevenSinger.com. Check out some great jewelry. Coming up, we're going to learn something. Finally on this show. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store.
Now I know we're gonna try to do the big orchestrated version of Fred at some point.
Are we?
And we doing that now? Okay, so we're getting the.
Are we ready?
The official.
Y'all just tell me. I'll go.
We got the official Fred. Are the Fred singers out there at this point? We have to get some singers out here for this one. This is a song. This is actually the first
Hello, Wendy.
experience that Rodney had with the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra. And we brought Rodney in and did a recording of this song, which ended up being what the deal that got Rodney his record.
Yeah, I
record
guess.
deal.
I can remember the first time I did the show, and I did like 2 hours of this, and of everything I knew. And then I remember you asking me, "Well, you got anything else?" And then I said, "I got this stupid Fred song," and then that was the thing that kind of stuck. And out of all the things, and if I don't sing it, by God, I hear about it too at the shows. You son of a bitch, I drove 400 miles here. You sing the Fred song. Looks like you're going to be doing it a cappella in my pickup truck.
How many of the Fred singers do we have out there? Do we just have Wendy? Because
we have no idea where the Fred singers are. Well, there's one.
Okay.
I'm not sure there is any.
Okay, well, I know I can sing part of the Fred song. I can do it from right in here.
Okay.
Sure. Fred. Got it?
Fred. Very good.
We can all sing. I think we all know this one, so everybody sing their Fred part.
He once shot a man just for snoring. Got out of bed and he shot him dead. Well, his name was, I didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. He was riding across the desert on a horse to another town, looking for a woman in a nightgown. The horse's name was, I didn't know what his name was, so we just called
stop for a second. I didn't know what her... You guys want to try that again? I didn't know what her name was.
So?
It's like Haywood meets Rodney.
I think I waited a little too long to come in on the end there.
Uh-huh.
All right, hold on. Well, when we got...
know what her name was.
I didn't know what her name was, so we just called her Fred. There we go. Oh, now Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred. That song was written under the influence of alcohol and a few other things I can't tell you about on the radio. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing the Fred song, you'd be, well, I should say by saying that alcohol has a tendency to make you think things are actually funnier than what they really are. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing this Fred song, you'd be laying on the floor right now laughing your ass off. Saying the same thing I'm saying. Why the hell's he singing the Fred song?
Fred. Okay, do the Freddy.
Boy, that was just in pieces. Paper go. I'm feeling real uneasy. I'm feeling real uncertain. 'Cause I gotta wipe my butt again with a shower curtain. It's those little things, those itty bitty things. It's those little things like that piss me off. When I pick up on a woman and I take her home to bed, she starts to take her clothes off and she starts to, well, hell, you know. I asked her what her name was. She told me it was Venus. I reached down between her legs. It's those little things, those itty bitty things. It's those little things like that piss me off. Last night I went out drinking my old daddy's Lincoln. I hit a tree and I killed a friend. Start to scream and holler 'cause he owed me $20. I know I'll never say it again. I know what you're thinking. Hell, he's dead. Take it out of his damn pocket. I didn't kill nobody. There's people out there going, he killed his damn friend. That's awful. I had some mason. I could get up there. I'd squirt his ass. Well, listen to it again. Last night I went out drinking and my old daddy's Lincoln. I hit a tree and I killed a friend. 2 friends, a couple of orphans, and a nun. How do you like that? It's those little things. Oh, he killed 2 orphans and a nun. That bastard. There you have it.
Wow. Very nice.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Comedian 945 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, the mellifluous, beautiful voice of Ace Cosby. Yes, I wish we.
You are welcome.
See, you're just making me look bad. I mean, constantly being upstaged. Let's see now. Oh, Christy, can you update us on the weather forecast, please?
Yeah, going to be a great-looking weekend with plenty of sunshine. High 82 today, 85 Saturday, 87 Sunday, 68 currently.
Serious cash on the line throughout the day here at Q95. So pay close attention. You could have a nice weekend and win yourself $1,000 sometime today. That would improve the weekend, wouldn't it? I think so. So check it out. Just keep listening and pay close attention, and you could be a big winner on Q95. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. And we promised we would come back and teach you something.
Yes.
I'm holding
All right,
myself
I'm
up
ready.
to that. Okay. There's Christy. There's Josh. I'm Tom. That's Willie. There's Ace. And there's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
You got to be tired after all those home runs today.
Oh, thank you so much. What a morning.
Okay, very, very good. Now, we can perhaps review it. Maybe when we do the show review, you can do a little bit of a medley.
Oh.
See, he thought he was done for the day.
He's got to work harder than he ever has.
Doing the guitar. Oh, okay. So, Christy, we'll get to some more of these very exciting alligator stories coming up next week, I guess. But,
Okay.
Right now, I think it's time that we reviewed Today in History. Do we even have the theme music?
Time now for Today was Leonard's brother, Leo.
Leo.
Isn't it weird they went with Leo and Leonard?
Yes.
Very
Alliteration,
bad.
Yeah.
No, but it's the same name, Pat. That's the joke.
Oh,
It'd be like being John and Johnny. Or,
I thought Leo was different than Leonard.
no. Leo generally is short for
Leopold, maybe, but
I suppose we get now.
we'll go with Leopold.
We're splitting hairs here. Birthdays. Happy birthday, James Randi. Do you know who he is?
James Randi?
The Amazing Randy? No, anyone?
Nope.
Magician, I guess?
Yeah, the best.
No, the Amazing Randy, the CPA.
The plumber.
Yeah. Boy, the IRS loves him. He is a magician. He's the guy that had the $1 million paranormal challenge. If you could prove evidence of real paranormal powers and stuff, he's got a great TED talk out there debunking a lot of that stuff. He's a super interesting guy. Happy birthday to Wayne Knight.
Oh, big fan.
Yeah.
You know who he is, Christy?
No.
You'd recognize him immediately.
Hello, Jerry.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Born in 1955. Also, he's Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah, he plays Nedry.
And Space Jam.
Yes.
Okay. And then the great Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
The only front man of a heavy metal band that also is a licensed jet pilot.
Wow, that's amazing.
Novelist, poet. Happy birthday, David Duchovny. And happy birthday to Charlize Theron.
Beautiful woman.
If you have more than two people named Charlize, what is it? Charlize's?
It's a throng of thrones.
Okay.
Or Pat would say heaven.
It's a gang of thrones.
Okay. She's the best. She's
sort of a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed it.
We got it.
8. What'd you say, Pat?
No, he was making fun of me. It was good.
We're having our own little thing.
Okay. We had in 1782, George Washington created what would eventually become called the Purple Heart, originally called the Badge of Military Merit.
Okay.
And then lastly, on this date in 1992, Orlando Magic signed the #1 draft pick, Willie.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq.
Right.
That's right.
Watching clips from Shaq on the Magic, it is insane. Nobody knew what to do with that.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to be in the front row at an NBA game. Jack was playing.
Yeah.
And he fell down right in front of me.
Ooh.
He is... television doesn't do it justice.
He's larger than life.
I saw him at a bar in San Antonio.
He is a very, very big man, but he's also sort of proportional. It's not like Manute Bol, who looks like a giant pencil.
He's also the funniest person on television.
I'd really like to meet him. Yeah,
him and Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, I would. Yeah,
they give
Charles
Andy,
Barkley's been in here, so he's hilarious.
They give Andy and Conan a run for their money with their banter. It's incredible, the two of them together. It's wild.
Okay, now it's time now to learn what we learned on today's show, because we did learn a lot.
Yes, time now for Things We Learned, sponsored by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for over 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now, you're not going to believe this next one, so we did learn this way early this morning, but flying cars have been legislated into, I guess, legality, if that's...
Where, New Hampshire? Is that where?
In New Hampshire.
Boy, oh boy.
Live free or fly, I guess. Although you can't fly them, right, Christy? It's
right.
No.
There apparently isn't one that
You can drive them to the airport and then fly.
But I think there is some kind of a vehicle that's a plane where the wings fold back.
Yeah.
And that actually you can drive it on the roads.
Yes.
I think there's a...
And didn't they actually name it the Jetsons Clause or something?
Yes, the Jetsons.
They're referring to it as the Jetsons Clause in the legislature.
Wow.
If nothing else, they've got a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, you can drive any plane on the road. They're just going to get honked at.
Yeah, wildly honked.
You know, I suppose you probably could. And by the way, that's an urban legend that they have to have 10 miles of straight freeway every so many miles so they can land...
plane if need be.
Land aircraft with atomic bombs on them in an emergency. Sounds great, though. Mm-hmm. It's a cool thing to tell someone when they're really high at night.
Yes.
Did you ever notice that there's always a long stretch of straight highway?
10 miles. That's about half the miles it takes from when you taxi at O'Hare.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be landing in Milwaukee and then taxiing to O'Hare.
It's still shorter than the walk to your gate in Minnesota. If you've been to
Airport in Minneapolis. Yeah, it's actually you can actually walk to Denver quicker than getting to your gate. Let's see. We found out that Pat 4 home runs today, and one of his songs ended with the words both horny and handy in it.
Yeah, how about that?
I'll let you do the math on that.
Just improv, you know.
And Jumbo's very excited about bringing woolly mammoths back to life so we can get a lady woolly mammoth. And the cardboard cutouts booing last night in Cincinnati.
Oh, that's a tough game.
That's how rough. That's how rough that game was. Let's see, what you missing? Oh yes, we learned that Josh doesn't even know his own phrase.
I don't have a phrase.
You're a thorough and generous lover.
Oh, that's right. I said generous and thorough, didn't I?
Yeah. It doesn't have the poetry.
No, it sure doesn't.
When you do it that way, I think you got to get it right.
Poetry.
And we had some great songs about mac and cheese, which Kraft is now going to be marketing, encouraging you to have mac and cheese for breakfast. And as someone who has little kids, believe me, if they'll eat anything, let them eat it. Because I've had a lot of stuff I've dished up, and then that's really healthy. And they have no intention of eating it. So do your thing, whatever it is that they like. Get them to eat some nice food. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.